Okay, I think we're ready to get started, so let's do it. Hello, everybody. Shino the Penguin. That's not what I want to see in my life. Goodbye. Hello, everybody. Shino the Penguin back at you with more Uma, another stream of Uma. Welcome to Uma. Yeah, it's been a while, I've kind of realized, since I did my last stream. Also, a new character came out yesterday. I was debating whether or not to do a stream yesterday, but I was thinking, and honestly, I think it's honestly better if I just do it the next day rather than just forcing myself to do like a 10 p.m. stream. Like, I just don't think that's the best time for me to do that, and I don't generally, that just means the streams are gonna be really short if I do it then. So I think moving forward, whenever a new character comes out for Uma, I think I'm just gonna why am I leaning so much? There we go. Yeah, moving forward, I think I'm just gonna do next day sort of things, where character gets released and then the next day I'll do a little poll run stream. But we'll do that. We'll trying to get Chrono Genesis. I don't have that many gems. I have 19,837. So how many pulls would that be? Not enough for a spark, that's for sure. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. If it does, oof. Because honestly, I'm not really too interested in Chrono Genesis, to be quite honest. She's an interesting character, but I'm just not really that interested. So I don't know how. I mean, hopefully that means the desire sensors aren't going to kick in and I only get her in like a few pulls, but knowing gacha luck, I'm sure I'm just going to take like 100 some pulls to get her. So without further ado, let's stop with the blabbing and let's just get into the gameplay. Gameplay. Okay. So I did save my pulls because I haven't done any pulls yet for her. I have 17 tickets that we can kind of get started, plus the free poll, so I guess, or not free, the discounted poll. So that's 18. By the way, I have like, support card wise, I have like 55 tickets because I haven't even used them. And I'm really tempted to use them here, because these two cards are like really good. And I do have some copies of Dansu, and a copy of the Symboli Rudolph card, and it'd be nice to have a few more of them. But like, it's not really that, it feels like it's not really that good of an idea to go that, but I'm not sure. I'll think about that later, but let's move to this first. I'll start with the free poll. I don't think I've ever gotten the poll. I don't think I've ever gotten the 3-star in one poll, and this is no exception, so that's to be expected. Also, an update on CM stuff. Actually, well, let me do the polls first. No, let me talk about the CM stuff first. So I've been doing a few runs off stream. I've actually gotten a lot of good. So look at this great. Look at this specimen right here. A tiny no gimlet. I got freaking S turf, S aptitude, S strategy. Like that is, and on top of that, I got like a lot of the good skills that I needed. Wait, did I? Maybe not. Well, maybe not the. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was like, I didn't get the Symboli Rudolph skill that I wanted until I realized that's not applicable for her chaser strategy. So never mind what I was about to say. But no, look at that. Damn, look at those scales. Huh, damn. So I think this is absolutely a lock. I don't think I need to train any more Tiny No Gimlets. This is about as perfect as a run I think I've gotten in a long time. Maybe I wish this would have gotten to 1200, but that's really nitpicking. I did get this win variation, UC7. The only issue is she doesn't have the S aptitude, so I think I'm still going to try and go for another one. But I mean, this is also looking pretty good for the most part. And then I've been trying to train some jungle pockets. Hasn't been going as well. I found a new guide that I think is working a little bit better than the old one, because if you've seen my previous runs, they've just not been good. So hopefully, from early returns, I mean, frick, I got this. This is the best Uma I've ever made, like ever, so already off to a good start there. So hopefully the new strat, the new stamp collection strategy works a little bit better, but we'll see as we kind of go through those. Also, I kind of realized I messed up with previous first runs I've done of characters, because in the, in this, so I think I commented before, right, the Vergina run I did, I was curious why Gentle Donna wasn't showing up for any of the classic races. It's because I think it's just scenario. I don't know what it is with this scenario specifically. Just doesn't have those specific storylines, which was really weird. So I was doing a few runs in Ura finals just for funsies. Like I think I was doing Love's Loves Only You and Gran Allegria, and they were getting all of these sorts of different stories that I were not getting with this scenario. So I think I might have to do, if I do get Chrono Genesis, when I get Chrono Genesis, probably gonna have to do an Ura Finals just to see like what the actual story bits are and see what kind of horse race people Umas we get in the competitions. So that's just a little note there that I kind of effed up. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's hope that the rock. Ooh, that kind of lagged. That's probably a good sign. Okay, never mind. Let me use the last of my tickets. 3 tickets. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Unfortunate. Understandable. Have a good day. Okay. Now this is when we start using our gems. Oh, that lagged. That's probably a good sign, question mark? Let's see. Nope. Okay. That's fine with me. That didn't... no, that's not it. Nah, fam. Alright, so far no 3 stars, which is really what you like to see. I think the rate is like 3% for Uma, so there should be at least 1 for every 33 pulls. And we have not gotten any in 48 pulls, so we're already off to a great start in terms of luck. I'm really loving how it's going right now. Really beautiful. If you can't tell, I'm being very sarcastic, and I do not love where any of this is going. Okay, hey, look, there's one. It's Marzensky, Swimsuit Edition, the one I already have. Alright, well, at least I got 1 3-star. Oh, that kind of lagged. Lag? Sometimes is a good thing. I don't know. Maybe that's just me coping. Air Messiah. Okay, well, the game heard me complaining about the lack of 3 stars, and I guess it's like, hey, here's your freaking 3 stars. So, okay, love that for me. Okay, what number pull are we on right now? I don't even know. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That at least is a sign that there's a 3-star. I'm not sure if that's a sign that it's gonna be the 3-star we want, but you never know. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, the 10th one. Okay, I'm gonna go solo on this one. King Halo, Air Groove, Ego Pegasus, Urara, Bakshin, Halo, Spakshin, Bakshin. Oh, Equinodictus. Okay, here we go, lads. Bakshin, you already showed up like 3 times. You can't do this to me. Whatever. It's still pretty. Whatever. Okay, 88 pulls. Big oof. I think we have like, what, 60 pulls left? Oof. Okay. I think I'm gonna need to do like... I'm already thinking ahead of how much money I'm gonna have to spend to Spark, because I feel like that's probably where we're gonna be. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is terrible. Wow, that is actually horrendous. You hate to see that. Oh my goodness. Yowza. Big yowza. Big yowza. Ay ay ay. This is gotcha. This is why you don't do gotcha, kids. Take it from me. Take this stream as a lesson. Run away while you still can. Don't play this game. Don't play this game. Or maybe play this game. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge. But oh my goodness. Wow, okay, nice. I love getting only 3 stars in the 100 plus pulls that we've done, which I guess is kind of standard. No, it isn't. I expect 1 more. Hello? Great, love that for me. Well, I ran out of gems, everybody. Isn't that really lovely? I love when that happens. So what, I'm 52 pulls away? Okay. Well, that's just lovely. Let me make an executive thinking decision here. Yeah, screw it. Okay. Let me get out of this real quick while I load myself up with more jams. It is how it is sometimes. What is this? Ooh, guaranteed 3-star? Oh, for Cinderella Grey. Wait, is this just specific? Is this for specific Umas? Probably, yeah, these are probably just specific Umas that show up in Cinderella Grey. Well, that's not helpful for me at all. Alright, here we go, lads. Woo! Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Synthal things are happening? I kind of expected it. What do you mean? No, I'm getting these gems from earning from my goodwill and being a good citizen. See, kids, this is what happens when you become a good citizen. You get things for free, obviously, and I'm just not showing it because reasons. So, with that being said, let me... Okay, now that we got our gems for being a good citizen, let's go back. And, now we're back. Now let's try it again. I may have actually spent a little too much, actually. Well, it's fine. I'll save the rest for the next Zuma that's going to come out, which I think is going to be probably in week plus. We'll see. Okay, let's go. Oh, nice. Continuing the luck. Oh, that lagged. That's a good sign, maybe. Oh! Hey, there she is. Being a good Uma citizen? Yeah, exactly. Being a good citizen by giving them my money. That's how that works. Oh shoot, that's actually pretty nice. There we go. It only took what? 160. That's not the worst. I've sparked before. I sparked a lot in this game actually. Probably not a good thing, but yeah, there we go. And hey, look at that. I still have the same number of gems as I started before, only other circumstances, but that's okay. Hey, I haven't saved enough now for later. GG's. Easy clap. It was not easy clap. If it was easy clap, I would not have to have had to resort to other needs. But anyway, alright, we're doing it in Umas. It's like you didn't lose anything? Exactly. I started with what, like 19 point something gems, and I left with like 17.2. So it's like I only lost like 2,000. So hey, it's not nothing. It's like nothing ever happened, except my money's gone. But that's okay. That's nice. Okay, actually, wow. Before I forget, let me level her up to level 5. Ammo. Big shot behavior. You know it, buddy. If there's anything I learned from playing Deltarune chapters 1 and 2, it's that you gotta be if you want to be a big shot, you gotta take the deals. And wheel and deal, as they say. That's how you become a big shot. So wait, what is she? She is she's another mid leader. Or leader mid / long? That's interesting. She's a filly and she's actually pretty good long. I guess, so what I heard about this horse IRL is that she actually is known for winning the Arima Kinen twice and the Takarazuka Kinen. And this was back in 2020. This is actually pretty recently, back in 2020. So, as you can imagine, this was around the time when, you know, COVID was a thing. So she was racing in the what do you call it? The tracks where there was no crowds. So it was a little bit weird like that. But hey, she still won it, so I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at. But it is kind of crazy that horses from like 2017, like the late 2010s to like early 2020s are showing up now. Because you have her and you have Daring Tact, who only just recently retired, I think like a year or two back. So we are getting the very recent Umas, like including this one, Miss Loves Only You, who also was kind of part of that same generation. So that's some good stuff. But enough blabbering about stuff. Let's actually kind of get into some runs. Let me figure out which characters I want to bring in. I probably don't want to use up my rentals, because I probably want to use those for like actual CM training. So let me just see what good horsies I have here. And the horsies I can bring in. Nishino Flower is pretty decent sometimes for this kind of stuff. At the end of the day, this is just what? Ura Finals? And this is like the first scenario, so I'm not expecting this to be like an amazing like UC8 level horse. It's not even gonna be like that. Sure, we can do that. And then yay, there we go, she's a mile and A. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Well, oh wait, no, I can't. Why am I doing? I shouldn't even be using this. That's only scenario specific, and this is not the scenario that we're gonna use her for. So maybe I'll just use my trusty old Friendo card deck, which maximizes the number of fans I can get per race. Right, let's do it. This is Tracing Academy. Here we have horses that try and compete in the Twinkle series. I don't think that's an actual translation, but I'm just making it up. Look at those horses. But suddenly, this happens. Who do you think this is? Yes, you're correct. It's the chairman of Tracing Academy, a literal child. Alright, anyway. Yeah, that's fun stuff. We love our children. Not like that. Never mind. Okay, anyway. And I'm gonna actually try and go through the story a little bit, like what's happening here, so I'm not gonna try and skip this. So this actually could take a little bit in terms of how long this may take, because I'm gonna try and, like, I'm not reading it, but I'm just kind of going through it to see, like, what's she like? What is her behavior? What is her general mindset? I know, so, okay, context. Chrono Genesis, I think, is kind of like the Agnes Digital. If you don't know what that means, that's fair. She's kind of like she's obsessed with Umamusume's, like, race history. So you can see she's holding the newspaper there. She's like, oh, she goes to race tracks a lot and, like, watches the races of Umamusume. In a sense, she's kind of, the reason why I say she's like Agnes Digital, if you don't know, Agnes Digital is like the hentai of the Umamusume universe, and that has double meanings because, as most of you probably know, hentai is pervert, but also hentai means like abnormal. And the horse, the real life horse, actually was nicknamed the hentai because she was so kind of unique in the fact that she could race both turf and dirt races, whereas, like, most horses can only specialize in one, turf or dirt. Most are turf in the Uma world, and I guess in Japanese racehorsing, dirt is kind of the redheaded, I guess, redheaded stepchild of the race world. In Japan, at least. I know in America, the Triple Crown races in America, like the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and all that, those are all dirt races. So it's a little bit different, but generally in Japan, it's turf. So Agnes Digital was adept at both, and thus was nicknamed hentai, and thus in the Umaverse, that translates to her kind of being the pervert for Umamusume. She loves Umamusume. She draws doujinshi, she does all this kind of, like, this otaku behavior, I guess. So Chrono's a little bit like that, a little bit less otaku-y, but still also very obsessed with kind of the Umamusume and their kind of races and all the different stuff there. I don't necessarily hate her, but, like, I wasn't really too interested in Chrono Genesis when she first came out for their 4th anniversary, because there were so many other characters that they introduced. There was, like, you know, Almond Eye, Loves Only You, Gran Alegria, Karen Bokador, who I'm still actually kind of really excited to see if she ever comes out. I think my most anticipated characters, Dantu Flame, I think, is slowly going to turn into the new Vergina, where everybody's just waiting for her. By the way, she has a pony. Instead of the Sony camera, she has a pony camera. Jokes. Yeah, Dantu Flame is definitely my #1 anticipated horse. But I mean, there's still others that I'm kind of waiting for. Bukechan is definitely one of them. Karen Bukador. Oh my goodness, she's taking her photos. And I mean, Almond Eye, I know Almond Eye is one that everybody's waiting for because of how popular she was. I've talked about it before, right? I think Almond Eye was so hyped up because she was popular. She was racing around the time Uma was kind of being introduced as, like, a kind of franchise. I think this was right when the anime came out / when the game came out. Maybe a little bit before the game came out, but definitely when the anime came out, like the first season, was around the peak of her race career. And I say her because she actually was a filly. Despite that, she was such a powerful racehorse, competed against multiple, like, very prestigious racehorses, and was still able to win those races. So she has honestly the case for being one of the best Japanese racehorses ever. Like, she's in a very kind of short list of, like, you know, her, maybe Oguri Cap, Teiyama Burao. People argue Deep Impact because of how dominant he was, but also the fact that he was racing, the competition he was racing against wasn't necessarily really that great. So there's a little bit of a kind of it's hard to compare. So it's one of those things, right? It's like, if you're interested in sports, it's like, oh, who's the greatest of all time? Like, who's the best basketball player? Or who's the best, like, football player or whatever? It's like, it's so hard to make those comparisons because the eras were so different. It's kind of the same here, where it's like the eras, the competition, the whole nature of the whole nature of racing is so fickle that it's really hard to be like, oh, because she did well on this, you know, it means that she's better than this horse, and so on and so forth. So this is very long, by the way. I did not expect this to be this long. I'm just still clicking through it and I'm like, okay, here we go. Jesus, now I can finally start. Okay. But yeah, so Chrono Genesis. Okay. So we're just gonna run through this real quick, I guess. Nothing too crazy about the first scenario, the Ura finals. No real huge gimmicks as far as I'm concerned. As far as I remember, honestly, it's pretty simple for the most part. It's kind of nice to come back to this every once in a while, and I do use this scenario. Although I do play it on auto run to do my fan runs, because that is a thing that I need to do for my circles. But ever since they implemented the auto run feature, it's been so much easier to actually do this kind of stuff. So thank God for that. In fact, if I really want to, I could probably just do it right now. But I think I'll just actually kind of do this manually, just because I do want to actually get a decent Uma out of this, just so I can try and win some of these races. Yeah, that one. But yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting, kind of learning so much about the racehorses, like all their history and all that stuff. Umamusume is really nice if you're not familiar with how much of the history they incorporate into each of the characters. Like, all the characters' traits can be traced to, very much most likely be traced to something in their history, whether it be like the horse themselves, or the trainers, or like the jockeys. For instance, I think, and this is a really weird example for me to remember, but Aishin Flash, one of the characters, like, she does, like, I think she does a certain pose in one of her support cards that is an exact reference to the pose that the jockey did after, like, every win or whatever, after every race. So they include that stuff, and they actually do a lot of research into it. So there's a lot of passion put into this series, which is one of the reasons why I do enjoy this, for sure. It's definitely very interesting to learn a lot about this kind of stuff. This definitely made me a lot more knowledgeable about Japanese horse racing than I thought I ever would be. Oh, hi, Mile. Oh, jeez, the front flip. Which, for the love of me, I thought it was a back flip, but no, it's a front flip. Mile. Ah, yes. Miss Grand Allegria, the Mile obsessed one. Hey, Neku, what's up? Uma-ra. Uma. We're with got the new character. We only took 160 pulls, but that's okay. Could have been worse. Just kind of running through this right now. I'm not even reading the story, I'm just kind of going through. What's up? Yeah, not much. It's just a Friday. It's usual stuff. Hope you're having a good Friday as well. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know, my week's been very whatever. It's been alright. I think I mentioned, and I realize it's been a little bit since I streamed. I think the last stream I did was Sunday, right? The Fall Guys stuff. I was hoping to try and do a stream at least on Thursday or Tuesday, really, but like, I wouldn't say stuff happened, but I just wasn't really feeling it, so I was like, I'll just wait, you know. I got the weekend, you know. I'm sure I'll be motivated by then, which I was, you know, especially since the new character came out, so that's one reason for me to be like, I should probably play some Uma. Fair. Yeah. But yeah, I think I mentioned Sunday, right, that, oh, like and this is the fun topic I always love going back to, good old jobs, and, you know, maybe I might get a job someday, wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, they said, hey, I'm talking to the hiring manager Monday, I'll get back to you. It is now Friday, I have not gotten any emails back. So, oof. And the bigger oof about that was, I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to keep applying more. I'm just going to resume applying for jobs, just because I stopped for a little bit, because I was thinking, oh, I have probably this one, I have another final interview that I did. So, you know, one of those is probably going to come out with something. But the more time that's passing, the more I'm like, I really don't want to be just sitting here on my hands doing nothing. So I applied for jobs today, getting back into that groove. But, and what I saw the the company that I was interviewing for reposted the job, and I was like, oh no, that's not a good sign at all. Oof. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a bit of a it's the life right now. It's my life, you know. That's how it be sometimes, but it is what it is. I mean, it's out of my control at this point, so like I can't really worry too much, but at the same time, like and like I can kind of like, okay, on the one hand, like oof, you know, they posted a job again. On the other hand, I will say this company is going through a reorganization because they were owned by another company. They split off, they got bought off by private people, so now they're private again, and so it looks like they like re-hosted all their jobs to another website, because previously they were hosting it on like the parent company's website. So my I don't know, maybe like reasoning is that maybe they're just reposting all the jobs that they had kind of already into that new site, and they're not like looking at, you know, interviewing new candidates for that job. They just need to post that there just for posterity sort of thing. So that's my maybe reasoning for why that's happening, but I'm also just like, man, you know, there's also the possibility that it's just like, you know, maybe they're just like, they didn't like me or the other guy that they interviewed. Because that was the other, I guess, aspect of it, was apparently the reason why the decision was a little bit delayed was they were interviewing another person last week, and they were like, oh, we're doing this last, and then, you know, we'll get back to you on that. So my initial thought was, oh, they probably offered that guy and are waiting for the response before, you know, updating me on anything. But now, you know, that switched over to, maybe not, so... under new management. Basically, yeah, they were originally, I think, like a private company, then they got acquired by a bigger company, which I'm sure a lot of people know, but I'm not going to really name names / you know, talk to myself too much, so... but yeah, big company, and then they just recently got bought out again, I think like a few months ago, so it's a whole transitional process, which I can kind of understand. Man, were these stories always this long? I mean, I always usually skip through these, so I didn't realize that, but like, man, that's... Maybe I should just skip through these. You know, I didn't want to do it because, like, I feel bad just, like, rushing through these, but I'm not really reading them anyway, so, like, why am I even kind of spending my time doing this? Makes sense. Makes sense indeed. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's out of my control, so I'm not gonna fret too much over it. I'm just gonna... I'll do what I can do in terms of control over my stuff. And just do what I can do. Which is play Uma right now. That's the only thing I can do. I usually skip 2 stats, globals when I read them. That's the other thing too, right? Is I can't even read them for the most part. I can try and make out for the most part. Like, I have some Japanese understanding, but not enough to where I can read these pretty well, so I don't even want to try. And yeah, I'll just wait. Or I'll just wait for somebody to translate them. I don't know if anybody's going to translate the entire conversation like this. So global might honestly be our best bet for when we can read these. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna get global and I'm gonna read these stories, but that never happens, so I don't know. Okay, good. 17%, I was like, that's iffy. And I'm so used to playing the, what is it? The Twinkle Star, whatever, the new scenario. I'm so used to playing that one that I'm like, oh man, I gotta get all my stamps ready, the gauges, and I'm like, that's not the case here anymore. Oh, Air Messiah. I had high hopes for you, but you're so boring. I'm so sorry. The one character, not the one character, but one of the few characters where I wasn't... Because usually when I do these initial runs and kind of get to know the character, I kind of usually get to like them. Air Messiah is just one of the few that I'm just like, after reading her scenario and getting a general sense of her, I was just like, man, she's boring. She's just honestly really boring. I'm sorry for any of Air Messiah fans out there, but I'm just like, man... She, like, her whole shtick of, like, oh, I'm ordinary, like, Like, I'm trying to figure out how, like, I can fit in this, like, group of non-ordinary people. It's so common within Uma. There's so many other characters that are like that. And then she doesn't really add anything else to her character, not to mention her whole character design is a little too... doesn't really stand out to me, so that kind of also doesn't help too much. Hey, Almond Eye. I'm still figuring out the current scenario. Same, I'm still trying to figure out... Like, I think I found a pretty good guide that tells me which stamps to take. Because I had one before that was decent, but it wasn't really... It was really inconsistent with how I was getting results. But I've been trying out a new guide that I found, and I got a UC7 gimlet that I think is going to be very good for the upcoming CM, so hopefully I kind of figured it out now, but still kind of hard to say. We'll see after I do this run. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. With all my yapping, I forgot that I have to go through the races to see what their winning animations are looking like, because I am interested in always seeing those. I should go onto the Uma Discord and find a guide doc for general strategy. Yeah, I did find one like that, so all the information that I usually get from is just like from the Discord. It's really helpful that I'm in a circle or a few circles actually, that one my former circle and then the other one that I joined not pretty recently, but like one that's a bit more higher rank, like A plus sort of rank, where I have to get like 26 million fans a month sort of thing, which isn't really that high stakes, especially with how auto runs go nowadays. But that is generally also where I get my information, because I'm just like, I don't know otherwise. I don't know. Support cards are a big cope, I think, though. It's fine. I mean, like, with how often they release the new meta support cards, and like not how often, but it feels like as soon as you get like enough copies of the meta support cards, suddenly they release like new ones that are actually become the new meta. And they are releasing a new scenario, I think, in next month too, which I saw Ines was one of the characters in that. So, oh, hold on. Oh, it's scared. Dang it. Dang it. I gotta turn that off. I think there's an option for that, so that you can actually see the whole skill being activated rather than just the abbreviated version. Because I need to see the full version. I'm saving for the next one. That is smart, because there's definitely going to be a card coming up for that. I'm not sure whether it be like a new group card or like any other card they release. I'm sure there's going to be like a new meta card that comes out of that. Not expected to actually watch the full race, but there you go. Easy victory. Easy victory? Probably easy victory. Oh yeah, that's easy. Easy enough. Nice. I mean, I guess. Sure. I mean, that does kind of fit her personality, I'm not gonna lie, but like, dang. Dang. That was pretty whatever. Does she have any more non-G1 races? I sure hope so. Nope, she doesn't. Well, frickety dickety. Whoopsies. I'm gonna have to do a non-G1 race so I can see what her winning animation looks like there. I'd like to not get a group card if possible, all something I can use for most scenarios. Honestly, same. I kind of liked how the mecha scenario, there wasn't a group card, although, honestly, the Shakura card was kind of a pseudo groups card anyway. Like, it was kind of required for the most part. It was either that or any other kind of cards that had like a group character, or like the scenario link character, because otherwise you would not do well in that. But that was kind of nice. That was a nice change of pace. I wish they'll do that. I wish they do that rather than just have the group cards that only are good for that scenario and then you just never use them again. Like all the group cards I have, that I don't have all the group cards like max limit broken, but I'd rather be able to use some of those longer than a few months. That'd be kind of nice. But maybe not, because, you know, side games wants our money, so I don't think that's probably not the best for them. Spend all your money on all these group cards that only last a few months. That's what we want. We want your money. And they did get my money, in some ways. Okay, so wait, what's her... What's her... this one. Yeah, that's the one that gives me the energy. Like, what's her... I'm assuming she does the triple tiara races, yep. So, Okasho, Oaks, Shukasho, Osaka High, Takarazuka Kinen, Arima Kinen. That's absolutely fair. Although I'm kind of surprised she doesn't do Arima Kinen twice or whatever. Didn't she win Arima Kinen twice? Or is that the Takarazuka Kinen? One of those two. Whatever. I didn't really get around to getting decent runs for the robot one. I think most of my best Umas are from the food one. The food one... The thing with the food one, though, was, like, that was the time when they were, like, doing the specific, like, distance scenarios. So, I mean, like, with the food one, that was... Oh, man. Was specifically for, like, short medium, right? Or short mid. And then the robot one was really just for the mid long. So that was also a little bit of it. That was just like, it's still like, that was also kind of nice where it's like, you know, the scenario wasn't outdated after 3 months or whatever. You could still you still had to go to the food scenario if you wanted to do any short Umas. But then of course they released the new scenario where that's pretty much just the best by far. So you use that for everything now. Yeah. Ooh. Didn't need to improve that, but whatever. Not the Nikke. Okay, Okasho time. Let's see if there are any overpowered characters here. Probably. I don't think... Does she? She doesn't win any of the triple tiara. Yeah, look at that. She's second favorite. Who's first favorite? This one. This individual. This front flipping individual. Okay, let's see. Do I try? Do I try? Do I try? I don't think I want to. Oh, that was kind of close though. I'll try one more time. I'll try one more time. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm not gonna waste all my clocks on that, even though I have like 1,300 clocks or something like that. All right. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm getting better Umas in the new scenario. I've been trying to get consistent UEs and hit UDs. Yeah, it's. I feel like the new scenario is very RNG dependent, like whether or not you get the right stamps. Because if you don't get any good stamps, I've had runs where it's like I just have nothing show up, and then like I just get like UE2 or something just because nothing would be good. And like I said, small sample size, but like the new strategy that I've found seems to be a lot better. I've been consistently at least getting like mid UDs, which is pretty nice. And I did get that UC7, which was by far the best Uma I've gotten. Alright, who's the overpowered one here? Loves only you. That checks out. That's not you. There we go. Loves only you. Who, by the way, is actually very viable option for the new CM. She's actually a pretty meta character, which is kind of surprising. Now this one. This individual is who I'm waiting for. Oh yeah, Bukidor. That's who we want. That's who I want. Okay, yes, I love getting second place. I love consistently getting second. This is my favorite. I mean, maybe if I use a different scenario, maybe I can actually win these. Not the new scenario. Apparently the new scenario just doesn't have the OP characters. Or maybe there's a weird setting I just have on or off that just doesn't show that. But I don't know what's going on with that. That was really weird. I was doing my Virginia runs. I was like, where's Gentle Donna? Why is she not showing up? It feels weird just winning without her. I have to beat the gorilla. That's the whole point of me wanting Virginia in the first place. Not really, but... do I dare? I dare. I dare. But yeah, I guess if I were to... here, can I share? Let me... Because it's just an image that... Or it's just a screenshot I took. This is like just a screenshot I found from somebody from my Discord, from my circle. It's just this Discord there. Image. If I browse, because I think I have it downloaded, so I can just be like, yeah. So this is the thing I'm taught. Is it gonna show up? Yeah, there we go. So this is the thing I'm talking about here. So this is the new guy that I've been referring to. Literally just like, oh, you know, which skill to take based on, and this is based on Hiseiko, because Hiseiko is, I think, definitely the one you probably want to go for. Maybe speed Symbol if you're like that. I haven't seen anybody consistently use like Saint Light strategy, because like that one's has so many conditions, I don't even know how you do that. But yeah, if you're going to Hiseiko strategy, like this is a pretty good guide. You know, you go for the gauge stamps, which I already kind of knew first, and then you go for the like these ones here. Apparently this one's actually pretty decent, but I've never gotten this one. But generally speaking, I think the Harmony one, the other two, the green stamps, and then there's a whole bunch of green stamps, but also some like pink stamps are actually pretty decent as well. And apparently one blue stamp that's pretty good. So I've been using this guide. It's been pretty nice. I'll keep it over here. Although if I keep it over here, nobody's going to see that, so I'll just remove that for now. But yeah, that's just kind of reference for what I've been using. Remove that. Okay. And now it's time for summer training. Starting with healing because I have no energy. But yeah, it's been... What else? Is there anything else that I forgot to talk about? Now that I'm in the yapping mood. I was debating whether or not I wanted to actually just do a truck sim a stream. But one, I mean, the new character came out for Uma, so I think that takes priority. But also two, I still haven't found a good playlist that's not the EDM playlist I've been using. I've been a bit lazier in the in that department between the part-time work and nothing else, because let's be honest, I don't have anything much going on with my life. 70, nice. Yeah, I think pink is the easiest to run by potential high returns on green and blue. Yeah, that is true. I think it goes back to what I was saying with the high risk, high reward thing. Pink is, I think, generally the most safest one. Least consistent in the sense, I guess. But no, I think if you do the Speed Symbol and the Saint Light strategies, like if you get those optimally, like they can actually be really amazing. The only issue is to actually get that optimal in the first place, which, again, that's just... Saint Light, the blue route especially, like that one is just... Oh, that is just so weird. Like, you have to get like mood boosting events, you have to have those consistently show up, and then with the green one, it's just, there's so many like different kind of like variables that have to go into that play. It feels good when you finally hit it. It definitely does. No, when you get everything to line up in this game, there is no better feeling. Like when I got my wait, did I just win? I didn't even pay attention to that. I think I won. Yeah, it's like when you can get everything to line up, it's amazing because there's so many different factors, and there's always feels like there's at least like one thing that just does not show up. So it was amazing that like with that tiny gimlet that I got, where I got S in everything and all the stats that I wanted and pretty much all the skills that I needed, and I'm just like, chef's kiss, like this is it, we're done. This is amazing. I've never had this feeling before. What is this feeling in Uma? I don't think I'll touch blue though much. I stick to green and pink. Yeah, no, the blue strategy, no, it's a no. I think I did it once, and I was like, I'm good, bro. I don't need that in my life. This is not what I need. I don't need to worry about. I don't want to worry about this stuff. Not for me. But I've kind of honestly been sticking to Hiseiko, the pink one, for the most part, just because, like I said, I feel like it's easy enough. And it's consistently been giving me pretty decent results. Sure, I haven't been getting any of the, like, UBs or anything like that, but, like, who needs UBs? Like, that's for the whales. I'm not a whale. Despite how much money I spent on this game, I'm not a whale. Or maybe that's just not denial, I don't know. Have you trained any off-meta Umas? For the upcoming CM, no. Just because I want it to be at least kind of meta. I mean, like, I'm not gonna train like the most meta. Like, I know Orpheus the most meta for the current CM, but like, I don't really care for her character too much, which is why I'm not training her. I generally try and go for characters that are kind of meta and that I like, which is why I went for the Tiny No Gimlet, Wind Variation, and Jungle Pocket route. Because all three of those are kind of high up on the tier list dish. I got a carrot. But if we're talking like off meta, like I'm like also kind of training for the Masters Challenge. Like there's one race I still haven't done yet, and that's the funny enough, that's the High Seiko one, the Dirt Medium. Somehow I've won the other ones, but that one still eluded me. So I'm just like, eesh, I don't know. I meant like training an Uma for something they aren't made for. I've thought about doing that. It's been honestly a long time since I did anything like that. I know there was the whole thing with the Haru Urara for the Arima Kinen. I've thought about doing that, and honestly, with the support cards, or not the support cards, I'm sure I can find like a parent, like a friend that has like a parent for like, you know, like 9-star turf or like 9-star long, which can make that a little bit more feasible. Because I think I have a parent that's like 7 stars turf or something, so that could actually be a thing. But no, I haven't done anything like that in a while. Maybe I could do something like that in the future when there aren't any events that are coming up. Like, I know July I think is another CM, so I'll probably have to train for that. But if there's like a League of Heroes that comes up and I don't really train too much for League of Heroes, maybe I might do something like that just for funsies. Like, hey, let's have Haru Urara win the Arima Kinen, or let's have Ines Fujin train as a Dirt Uma so that she can win all the races there. Because I know there's a title for a Uma, like if you can get an Uma to win every single race that's in this game, like there's a specific title for that. And like the reason why I haven't been going for that is just because it doesn't really look that good, honestly. Like I wish it looked a little bit better. Because right now my title is the title that you get for I think like 100 million fans or whatever, for Ines. Because obviously Ines is my favorite character, so yeah, I was just like, that was a thought, but that just seemed like that required so much effort in the way, because she is G Dirt, so it's like you would need, like, on top of the inherits that you would give her, you would need more inherits in the goddesses thingamajigger, or whatever that's called. So it's a lot of RNG. I tried to make a Transcend for Turf. It isn't that good, but I still use it for some races. Transcend's... I assume she's G for Turf, so that's got to be kind of difficult to also get. I feel like it's a little bit more viable for like a Oguri type that has like a lot of aptitudes. Or like, I think Mihono Bourbon's like pretty good because she has like pretty much... She has like, I think a C for short and like at least an A for everything else, or B or A for everything else, so... that's a little bit easier, and I have used Bourbon for that reason for fan trainings, just because she could reasonably be viable, like an A rank for all the distances. Now, Dirt, I don't know what her rank is. I think she's not. I think she's an F in Turf actually, so a little bit more viable, but it's just a challenge mode. You gotta B for Turf. Yeesh. Even B though, I think like you still need like some inheritances to go your way, so that's another form of RNG that this gacha game provides me that I do not want to deal with again. Water break. Okay, Takarazuka Kinen. Oh, and I get Satono Crown. Oh shoot, you know what? This actually might be nice to get some Satono Crown pieces, because I think I only have her up to 3 stars. She's like one of the few characters I only have her to 3-star. So I need pieces for her. I need her pieces. I need your pieces. That's questionable. It's kind of fun to just go against the grain. Yeah, it's funny just to be like, hey, look at this, look at this. It's kind of like the Lark scenario, right? Where it's like no matter what horse you, or like no matter what Uma you train, she's like somehow becomes viable to race in the Lark the Triumph. And it's like, yeah, let me just have Haru Urara suddenly be amazing at like mid-turf. That sounds like a great idea. But like, actually though, that whole scenario is just a whole fan service thing though. It's just like, oh, could you imagine, what if a Japanese horse actually won the the pre-there locked, the Triumph or whatever. It's like, wouldn't that be amazing? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Okay. Alright. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't looking too bad. This horse, this Uma, I don't know why I keep calling them horse. They are horses, but like Uma. The Umas. Hey, it's Lala. I don't love her nickname, the Lucky Lilac. Why do they call her Lala? It just makes her sound like a Teletubby. I mean, that is a Teletubby name, right? Like Lala. So it's like, hey, it's a Teletubby Uma. LMAO for real, it's mostly for fun. It is. That's a lot of this game. You know, you just gotta do it for funsies. You can't take everything too serious. You can't, you know, can't take things too seriously in this game, or otherwise you're gonna burn out pretty easily. Which, I know people who've done that. You know, train so much for the CMs and all the events and stuff, and it's just like, after a certain point, you just feel like you're done. Because, well, one, they really haven't been mixing it up, honestly, if I have to be completely honest. Like, other than the CMs and maybe the League of Heroes, there really isn't that much content in this game, if I have to be completely honest. So, like, you just gotta love the horse girls, which I do, so that helps. But if you don't, it's... Oh, hey, look, it's Almond Eye. Oh boy, how powerful is she? Oh no. Oh, yikes. How bad is it? Let's see. Good lord. Good lord. Oh my god. Brother, how am I supposed to win against this? The answer is no, you don't. The answer is you don't win against that. Yeah, screw that. Good lord. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna win against that. I'm gonna lock in on Global though, since I got a fresh start. I don't need to play catch up on support cards and Umas. That is... Yeah, no, that's really nice. I mean, it helps that I played this since day one, so like I've been accumulating at the good pace, but like if you started like if you start this game late, especially if you start now, I cannot imagine how the players, how anybody can do well in this game, unless they play like during Anniversary. You joined on UAF. Ooh, that's like pretty late actually. That's like, that was last, not I don't know, 2-3 years in. Yeah, that's rough. Unless you joined in an Anniversary, that's like that's big rip, because like it's really hard to get any of the support cards you need or any of the Umas you need. That's what I recommend for anybody who's interested in playing. I know that the global games obviously can come out in like almost like pretty soon actually, like 2 weeks-ish, so that's crazy. Think about how it's coming in 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, if you do want to play the Japanese version, I'd highly recommend to wait until like an Anniversary, because that's usually when they give out like a lot of free polls, and that's also when they usually have like a new meta support card, so it's pretty nice to get a head start on that. But I mean, honestly, yeah, just wait for the global version to come out and just catch up with everyone else so that you kind of on the same level as everyone else. That's also kind of nice. Pretty happy to reach UE Umas, unless I think considering I don't understand anything. I mean, considering how late you started, that is actually really good. Yeah, because like UE is just like, that is a whole nother level. Oof, that was risky. I should have probably done that. Oh well, we did it. Also, wow, we're already almost done. Time flies when you're talking about Uma. Right. But yeah, I mean, unless you have the meta support cards, or like some meta support cards, it doesn't have to be current meta, but like any like good support cards, decent, it's hard to succeed in this game. You like need multiple copies of like good support cards, which is another kind of big complaint. I don't know if complaint's the right word, but like kind of nitpick I have about this game is that you need to have multiple copies of support cards. You can't just go off of one and just be like, oh, I'm good. Like, you need to get a lot of them. So, and like I said, the meta changes every once in a while, so you can't just rest on your laurels and just be like, oh, this is good enough. Like suddenly the Almond Eye support card's good. Suddenly the Dansu Flame support card is suddenly the best stamina support card, which is like, hello? When did this happen? I really love the food scenario, it's so comfy and cute, so I played that one a bunch. I'm also excited to be able to pull for all the Umas I missed out on. That is true. That would be nice to get the, I mean, the nice thing about this, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I was about to say the nice thing about this game is that there are no limited Umas, although that's kind of a lie because technically Jungle Pocket and Gentle Donna are kind of pseudo-limited to the sense that you can't get them in, like, support ticket, or, like, not support tickets, like, pull tickets or anything like that. You have to actually, like, pull them, like, pull. So that's a little bit pseudo-limited in that sense. But it will be nice to actually get the ability to get those cards without having to rely on RNG for that kind of thing and actually have that rate up. I also do agree, the food scenario was honestly one of my favorites. I love the soundtrack from that. I love the little chibi animations. I loved all the reactions to the food. I missed the comfy. That was really fun. A little bit ashamed when they moved off from that. Okay. I knew Jungle Pocket was limited, but I didn't know Gentle Donna was. I think so. Maybe I could be wrong with that, actually. I feel like that might have been the case. I know definitely Jungle Pocket was limited in that sense. But I think for the, like, really hyped up ooh, SS. I think for the really hyped up Umas, they're probably just going to go with that going forward, just so that they can get people to be like, oh, I want to pull for this. Hey, I got the best. Hey, this is the best score I've gotten in this scenario. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's probably how they're going to go from then on. And yes, the food scenario was definitely peak. They need more chibi stuff. More chibis, more foods, more cute stuff. Like, that is what I'm here for. The new scenario is kind of nice in that they have the little cutscenes, so that's kind of cute, but like, it's just not the same. I love my chibi stuff. The FOMO is definitely the gotcha business strategy. No, for sure. That is how they get you. They're like, oh, you gotta get this before it's out. Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff. So that was that. Okay. That was what's her face? Chrono Genesis. I forgot her name for a second. That was Chrono Genesis. She was alright. Still not my favorite character, but I didn't really hate her too much. I don't know. We have enough shy characters in Uma, to be honest. And, like, we already have digital, how they pronounce it digital, which I think is really weird. But yeah, digital. We already have her for the Uma lover. Slant. I'm not really too sure how much I love Chrono Genesis, but she's not my least favorite, so we'll just put it that way. So with that being said, maybe I might have... Maybe I'll do that later, because I kind of want to create... Hey, Ines. Hey. Because I want to put her in my team right now, so that I can, you know, keep getting her friendship points, so I can get all of her stories unlocked, because that's how I usually do it. But, like, she's SS, and that's such a huge drop-off between the other cards I have, so maybe I might just do another run with her later. This might be an off-stream thing. Just kind of talking to myself. Another run with her in the new scenario, or the latest scenario, just so I can get like a U something, like a UE something at least version of her. Maybe I might just do that now. Nah, we'll do that later. I'll do that off stream. Let's move on to the CM stuff. So like I said at the beginning of the stream, I have this Tiny no Gimlet that I created that I think is going to be pretty good. I mean, I have, like, damn, look at this. S-Turf, S-Mid, S-Chaser. It's the first time I've ever gotten that. I was like, holy, hot damn, good stuff. And then all the skills I need, and decent enough in terms of everything else. My only nitpick is I think she might need a little bit more stamina, but, like, I have a gold stamina skill, so that should probably help for that. So I'm good with this. So Tiny no Gimlet's done. We have the wind variation. Unfortunately, she is not S-Mid, which is pretty much a requirement nowadays for these CMs, so I'm kind of just like, rip. You know, I might have to redo her. But I think I'm going to stick with that for now. So for that, for now, let's move to Jungle Pocket. Try and get a good run with her. And hopefully we can sign off that. That was pretty nice. Yeah, like I said, the first time where I think I got everything I wanted, I always feel like there's always at least one thing that gets missing for these runs. But that was like the first one honestly the first time where that run actually had everything I wanted. And yes, indeed, rip for the for the no mid S. Big rippo. Especially since I feel like every other run I've done with her has gotten at least a mid S, but that's how it be sometimes. That is how it be. This one, right? I don't remember. Yeah, okay, this one, and then what was I using? The question is, which one was I using? Oh, right, UE8. Neo Universe. Named after the song by, oh god, what's their name? I don't remember their name, but, named after that one rock band who has that song, Chrono Genesis. They've also done a whole bunch of other anime openings and endings, like Driver's High, and is Honey one of them? I know Honey's a popular song. I don't know if that's an anime opening though. Shows how uncultured I am. Let me wait. What was her name again? Let me put this. Let me pull this up. Honey. Hello? I didn't want to search. No, search in my playlist. Spotify, why is your thing so stupid? Honey. Lark. Oh, Lark NCL. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, Lark NCL. That's the band name, and their song Neo Universe is the origin of the actual racehorse. Fun fact. Anyway, let me get back to my my stream manager. There we go. Okay, taking notes for the Jungle Pocket run. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think this is contingent on having the support cards that I have, which, like I said, I have all the meta support cards. Minus, I'm like one copy off from fully limit breaking this Jungle Pocket, this Almond Eye. But otherwise, I do have every other support card fully limit broken. That's what I get for spending all the money that I do in this game. Anyway. But yeah, for general purposes, I mean, first things first, gotta go for the gauge stamps. Those are very, probably the essential stamp, 1-star stamps to get. So if I don't immediately get like 2 of those within the first 2 stamps, I honestly have quit runs a lot just because I didn't get the stamps. Because if I don't get those, it becomes a hell of a lot harder to actually try and get a good one. Yeah, fair, but there is something I could pick up on. Yeah, I'm sure there's some like, yeah, like I said, I mean, yeah, the stamps, the general stamp guiding strategy is definitely, I think, one there. So yeah, the gauge stamps. And here, let me pull it up again. Can I undo what I just? Yeah, there it is. Okay, you probably cannot see that, but what happened to my chat? Well, rip chat. Chat is gone forever. But yeah, this little guy thing here, which again has all the kind of like which stamps to take. And as you can see, I think the gauge stamps here are absolutely the ones you want to take, which I kind of already knew before, but that kind of reaffirms that yes, this is important. And I guess this is for the high Seiko route. I'm sure this is probably going to be pretty different if you're going for the green route or the blue route. But generally, I've been sticking to the pink route, so that's why we go with that one. Be it that is the guide I am using. And I can attach this link, or I can attach a screenshot of this or like a picture of this to my tweet, or something like that, just so you can have that for future verification. But that is what it is. I'll just remove that because I'm sure nobody can see that. Hello. Oh, I can't do that. I need to actually delete it like this. Oh, OBS, you crazy son of a gun. Hell yeah, it could be useful for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. I'll make a note to try and remember to attach that to something. Oh no, I wish I didn't get this. I kind of wanted this to happen later, to be honest. I mean, I guess it's good that the gauge is filled up, but like, I kind of need that for later because otherwise There's reasons. There's reasons why I didn't want that to happen right now. That date event. I mean, it's not the worst. At least it actually showed up. It's not the issue where it just doesn't show up until like way later in the run, and that's really annoying. Gauge supports make sense for Pink since it's very support link oriented. Yep, exactly. So the gauges, and oh my god, they all showed up. The reason why the gauge is so important is not only because it gets you to, I guess, the friendship rainbow training faster, but also for the gauges that show up later for when High Seiko does show up, it actually affects that as well. So those gauges actually fill up quicker, meaning the other support cards that you get or other support characters that you get after High Seiko shows up, that those gauges fill up faster, so it becomes a lot easier to get more of those rainbow trainings. So at least 2. I think one is a little too little. Excuse the wording there, but nah, that is essential pretty much. Let me just get that. I can consider all my Pink friends' house had empty training. That's fair, honestly. Same. Like, it took a absurdly long time for me to figure out, oh wait, this is how I need to do this. And like for the longest time I was just like running, like, I have no idea how to do this. Let me just click this stamp looks good, and then not knowing how to actually do it. So it's nice to actually have some direction as to what the heck to do. Because yeah, it's nice to get it's nice when number go burr, you know, big number go burr. That make me happy. And that happened sometime in game. Me like big number. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, let me just get this out of the way. Alright. And we do it. Do you prioritize 3-star stamps over 2-star that is more optimal in terms of type? Only in the first 6 stamps. So I think you noticed, but like the first 6 stamps determine which strategy path you go along, and oh my god, this is terrible. I guess I'll take the hint. That's unfortunate that no gauge showed up. But once you're locked into a strategy, it doesn't really matter what type you select from there. So like after I get locked into the High Seiko route, then I'm just like, well, it doesn't matter if it's a green stamp, if it's a blue stamp, I'll take it if it's more valuable over any of these pink stamps that I have. But yeah, generally speaking, that's generally the strat. There's also the case where sometimes none of the 3-star stamps are really that good, and there's actually like pretty decent 2-star stamps. Then I probably take the 2-star stamp over it. But those are rare cases, and generally those are just like really bad times, like bad RNG sort of things. So bad timing. I mean type as in like whether it's a hint or a gauge or training. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I think that's the other strat I was talking about, where it's like, yeah, if it's and it's that little guide that I showed you there. It's like if it's more optimal for that, like if it's a better 2-star, like if it's a 2-star that has the circle or the double circle, and I have no 3-star stamps that have any of those signs in my little guide there, then I generally go for the 2-star. So yeah, there are cases like that. It's not that just because it's a 3-star that means you should take it. There are some pretty bad 3-star stamps that you probably don't want to take ever. So it really depends. Depends on the situation. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna keep spamming this one so I can get the gauges filled up quicker, get that friendship rainbow training, whatever the heck they call it. It's technically friendship training, right? For the longest time I think I called it rainbow training for obvious reasons. And then I was like, yeah, screw it. Friendship rainbow magic is power training. because I don't know what to call them. There's no official name for these. Unless, well, there aren't any official names yet. I should say that. I'm sure there will be once the game comes out in English. Like how they named the jewels. I love how they named the jewels in the official English version. Oh, thank God they showed up. Carrots. Okay, so by the way, this is another example of this. Is that you can see we have a couple 2-star stamps, right? But like you see that we have the gauge stamp here. This is a unique situation, the fact that I don't have 2 gauge stamps right now, so I'm like, I have to take another gauge stamp. So this is one of those cases where I take the 1-star over 2-star. Similar to kind of similar reasoning to why I take a 2-star over 3-star sort of thing. So those kinds of situations. Oh, you so maxed out the group card first? Maxed out, not really. I just like I want to try and get so the friendship training I think happens once the date event gets triggered. And so really it just comes down to getting that triggered and trying to honestly trigger it as much as possible just so I can fill up the gauges as quick as possible. Because if it's not the friendship training, like you can see, it's you fill up 1 gauge versus 3 gauges, and it's like that's really helpful, filling up the 3 gauges. So that's why I do that. But I don't necessarily prioritize getting the group card. I think really what it comes down to is just trying to get all of these guys filled up as quickly as possible. And that's, I think, generally the case for all the scenarios, is that you want to try and get your supports to friendship rainbow training as quick as possible so that you can get good combos like this. Hell yeah. Yep, usual cycle. Yeah, it is. It's usual, you know. Nothing's too drastically different from usual scenarios. I mean, it's with all the scenarios, I think, right? It's basically kind of the same essence. It's like you want to try and get these supports to kind of these levels as quickly as possible, so that you can get the friendship training, so that you can get max numbers, so that you can get the numbers to go up, big numbers go up, you know, that kind of thing. So that's how it works. And I think we're in a pretty good situation right now. If I can get, so there's actually really only 1 pink 2-star stamp that I'm kind of looking for, and I hope it's going to show up, and I hope, because I have 3 opportunities, I hope it's going to show up. Let's find out if it did. It did. There it is. Love to see it. There it is. Yeah, boy. Okay. But yeah, okay, so from now, I think it's going to be the 3-star stamp, so got a lot more options. Yeah. By the way, I still need to watch the movie. You're gonna hear me say this a lot because one of the things I say is like, man, I really need to watch blank, and then I never do. This goes a lot for anime because I'm just like, I have a lot of anime on my to-watch list, and then I'm just like, man, you know, I really should watch it, and you know, I have all the time in the world with, you know, not having a job and all that, but like, still, I don't know, there's always the little weird roadblock for me of, man, I can't commit so much time for this. Despite the fact that I watch like YouTube videos that are like 2+ hours. Well, not really, but like there's at least, there's a, if you know the game Blueprints, there's a guy I've been watching his playthrough of it. One of the biggest reasons why I'm not actually playing it myself is because I kind of have been spoiled of all the puzzles and stuff. But yeah, his videos are generally like 1-2 hours long, so it's fun, but yeah, it's just like, I can watch that pretty easily. Meanwhile, it's like, man, this 24-minute episode, I don't know if I can watch it. I don't know if I can commit the time for this. Relatable, my backlog's always growing. Very picky when I watch an anime, I have to be in the right mood for it. Yeah, same. It's I don't know, as I've gotten older, it's definitely like, I feel like I've gotten a lot more pickier, which, I mean, comes with the territory, right? You watch so much stuff, it's harder to watch kind of the more derivative stuff. But even then, I'm just like, still, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Speaking of, I don't know about this one. Oh, yeah, this one. Just so I can get that up to rainbow training. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, that's not great. Oh wait, actually. Oh wow, the one pink, the one stamp is actually pretty good. I will take that. And that gets me ever so closer to High Seiko. And in fact, I think that pretty much locked that in. So we good. We Gucci. But I have at least been watching some stuff from this season. I mean, obviously Cinderella Grey's airing. That's been hype. And then the other show I've been watching is Food for the Soul, which I've continually been just hyping up because I've been really loving it. Hey, new episode tomorrow, speaking of, so haha, excited for that. Plus, the ending for that is honestly one of my favorite endings. It's slowly becoming one of my favorite endings ever, which I realize is high bar. I don't know, it hits right for me. The song, the little kind of mini story visual thing, it's like it's always fun. They're having fun, going around town, doing their thing. Just like Jungle Pocket right now is doing her thing, signing the autographs. Trying to be all cool, be like, oh yeah, bye. See ya. With her uneven socks. Who does she think she is? Okay. Sure. True, for me, I think it's mostly like I want to enjoy anime properly if I think it's going to be good, so I'm not in the proper mindset to watch with the right mood and intention, then I'll put it off until I am. Honestly, no, I feel that too. And that's kind of the same for me with games and stuff, right? Because it's like, dang, you know, I'm not in the right mood for this, or it's like, you know, it's like, I know this game's gonna be really good, but I gotta put myself in the right mood to really pay attention to this, and like, oh, I got, you know, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, yeah, exactly, so, yeah, I mean, that is kind of the same with me for anime, especially, like, if it's an anime that I know is, like, really good, or, like, you know, one that's, like, everybody's really liking, then, like, man, I gotta put myself in the right mindset for this, or like prepare myself for it, that kind of thing. If it's gonna be good, then I better enjoy it properly. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be in the right mood for that kind of thing. Totally get you. So who knows? Maybe I might be in a hype mood soon, and then wanna watch some more Umas. Excuse me. Hey, come on! This is a race you won in IRL. You gotta win this one. I can understand if it's like Kika show or like Satsuki show. I was trying. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. I was like, I can understand that because you've lost those, but like, spoilers by the way. But like, that's the funny thing too. Is like I know what's gonna happen. That's not good. That doesn't deter me from like not watching it because I know kind of already what's gonna happen in terms of like who wins what race. For the movie at least, with August. With Takio and Cafe and like Jungle Pocket and all those characters and what's her face, Dansu Flame. Like I know what's actually gonna happen. Not the exact results, but I know who wins like the each of the Triple Crown races. But it's still the execution, right? Like that's what it really comes down to. Like you can have the most generic anime plot, but if it's executed well, I'll still enjoy it. Like, there was that movie, like, a couple of years back, the romance movie, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Really, honestly, kind of a generic plot, but, like, it was executed pretty dang well, and I'm like, the twist also really hit, for sure. So, that one was enjoyable. Okay. Alright, summer training time. And this is when we gotta get our good grains. Want our good grains here. That's what I'm talking about. Also, holy moly. Oh, yeah. Gotta get some stuff done, so I'll be hanging around. I wish you the best of luck on your Uma training. Yeah, sure, for sure. Thanks for chatting, and yeah, hope you get the good stuff done, and yeah, hope you see you again in the future. And wow, yeah, Nightbot. I forgot I said that out. Honestly, the Nightbot. Yeah, apparently that's a thing, which I learned, which is interesting. I don't know. I mean, do whatever you want, you know? It's just a thing, I guess, but that is how it be sometimes, apparently. Alright. Well, so far, this isn't the best run I've done, but it's still kind of early to say. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. Like I was gonna say, the stamina is not looking great. But that's alright. That's whatever. Oh, that's not what you want to see either. Okay. Oh my god. Well, you know what? That's actually not bad. This 2-star stamp is not that bad, but there's 3-star stamps that I need right now, and that's not one of those. Yeah, let's get this one too. I want to try and fill up those gauges as much as possible. That is my life. Filling up gauges. Fill up my happiness gauge. It has not been filled up pretty recently, as of late. This week especially, man, this week. Just a whole bunch of waiting. But like I said, just gotta remember, you know, it's just it's out of my control. Nothing I can do about it. I've done everything I can. Just gotta hope the results come out the way I want them to be. I guess, I don't know, but that is how it works sometimes. Okay, I'm so glad this exists, by the way. I can see what the results are going to be for each of the options. Yeah, man, remember when that wasn't a thing? Good time, not good times, actually, horrible times. Terrible times. Terrible times. This one. That one. I should probably start using some of these skills for, like, in preparation for the almond. For the eye, as they say. Ai-chan. Not that Ai-chan. I don't know what Ai-chan you're thinking of, but not that one. Wait, did I frick up? Did I mess up? Might have messed up. Did I take... Wait. Did I take that one almond eye... Did I take the wrong almond eye option or whatever? I might have done that. I mean, that's not the hugest loss. But that kind of sucks. Dang it. Oh well. Whatever. Did I... Wait. Have I even gotten Mile S? No, right? Or... Mile S. Mid S. Words. Words. No. Okay. So far this run's kind of on life support. But that's okay. Okay, there's one more skill at least. Okay, give me that stuff. There we go. Now this stamp's gonna be activated because that's only when my mood's at the highest boost. Thank the Lord, finally a good stamp. Finally a good stamp. Okay. Okay. Let me just activate that right now. I mean, it's not important now. I'm just like... I don't know. I know... There's no real benefit to honestly, like... putting your skill points to use right now rather than just saving them all at the end. Except for, I think, right before the final race. At least if you're going to face Almond Eye, because like, you're probably going to want to use up your skill points then, because otherwise you're just kind of SOL. Although, to be fair, I have been pretty... Oh wait, why did I do that? I'm stupid. I already had full stamina. Well, that's not what you want. That's not really that great. What's going on here? This one. Oh wait, no, that's good. I was like, wait a second. I forgot I wasn't training a chaser. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, what are you doing? Why are you running? Why are you running? Man, I was on a bit of a binge of Vine compilations last night. So I was like, yes, classic. That reminds me, I need to send somebody one of those. I'll do that after this. because I was watching them, I was like, which one, how many of these are, like, because, like, I was watching them, I think I told a friend, like, hey, like, because they weren't really into Vine. I mean, to be fair, I also wasn't really into Vine when it was popular. I kind of came around to it. It seems like this is the case for a lot of social media for me, where I'm just like, I just generally don't get into it until very late. So, like, I'm not on TikTok, I'm not on Snapchat, I'm not on Instagram. Really, I just use Twitter and Reddit. And if you count Discord as one, maybe, but, like, is that really a social media? I don't know. But yeah, I'm very, I don't want to say old school, but, like, you know, the new technologies, the new happenings, like, yeah, get off my lawn, you kids. I don't even have a lawn, but get off it anyway. Ooh, that's not what you want to see either. What is going on here? Actually, this is pretty decent. That's actually pretty good. Not the worst. But yeah, I was watching the Vine compilations. It's like, yeah, alright, just like trying to see if they contain the classic ones. Like, you know, the classics. There's like the stuff like, and they were neighbors. Back at it again, Krispy Kreme. Look at all these chickens. Fuck, I can't believe you've done this. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot. There's tons of classic ones. Oh, you could have made me drop my croissant. That's another good one. Yeah, so I was just watching a few just to make sure, like, if I were to send them to them, just to make sure that that's actually including all the classic ones, but there's no, like, one video that includes all the classics. It's kind of hard, right? You gotta watch, like, a few to really get a good sense of which ones keep repeating and which ones, and therefore are kind of considered the classics. And even then, they still might not include some that are really good, or, like, ones that people like, consider classics sort of thing. So it's really up to the eye of the beholder sort of thing. Ooh, sweet babies. Look at that. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I am needing in my life. Holy boy. Holy boy. Holy night. Green. Well, yeah, green. There's like an equal number of good green stamps compared to good pink stamps. At least from what I've seen. But I think I'll just stick with this. And then, please give me, oopsies. Please give me, yeah. That is exactly what I needed. Wow, thanks game. Thanks game. Thanks Obama. But like unironically. Yeah, this one. Thanks Obama. Man, remember when that was a meme? Crazy times. and now the times we're living in right now. I miss those days. Anyway. Oof, 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 oof. I'm gonna do something that's kind of crazy, and I'm just gonna heal. I don't know if that's the greatest idea, but there were no good options there. And now there are decent options, like this one. And that stamina's still not looking that great, though. That needs to be way higher. Wait, pause. Did I even get the S? Oh, I didn't even get... This run's kind of already over. I didn't even get an S distance, or yeah, S mid, so... That's already rip. But we'll just keep going. We'll try and get as high as a rating as we can on this one, just to prove that the strategy does work. The document, as we call it, or at least I'm calling it now. My document. Okay. Ooh, sweet. Oh wait, 25. That was so risky. That was actually kind of risky. The 25%. It was like 2 coin flips. Okay, now I need to heal. And then we're gonna do that. Wabamo. Wabamo. Zam. Zoinks. And would you look at that? There's another pink stamp that I need. And oh, I have to replace one of these. I'll replace this one. That's a pretty easy choice. I don't really need that anymore. Okay. Ooh, sweet babies. Yes, please. except I'm still a little bit lacking on some of the skills I need. This isn't really important in this case. Now at this point, I really don't care about what I get in terms of gauges filled, because I don't think you even get a stamp after this point, so... This is the end game. Avengers. Yeah. Kind of a hard decision. And then I should probably heal right now. Okay. That only leaves me with one more training opportunity, which is kind of a shame. Yeah, this probably isn't gonna, this definitely is not gonna be the run. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be a UC level, but that's okay. Wasn't really that great. Oh, well that's not what you want to see for me, because now these two are kind of useless, so that's really awesome. Oof, a decision. Do I go with this or do I go with this? I think I'm gonna go with this, just so I can get the guts also closer to a decent level. But that's probably not gonna be enough anyway. We'll see. We'll see. Hydration break. Alright, time to face off against the Eye of Almond. The Eye. Everybody's favorite new Umamusume. Everybody's new favorite happening character. The Eye. Let me use up my skill points here, just so I can try and... Not try, I'm gonna win. Like, I've won pretty handedly the last few times I've faced off against her. But that was off stream, and this is different. So, I just have to prove that I'm over the Eye. The Almond. The Almond is no match for my Eye. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay. Yeah, see, here we go. And there she is. Almond Eye. And easy. Oh wait. Really? Man, okay. Come on. This should be easy. And okay. Uh-oh. And this is awkward. And hello? Man, you're really making me look bad. Hello? Okay, well, yeah, I guess. That's fine. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Like, you still get this guild. You still get these rewards anyway. It's just really for bragging rights. But my god, I can beat her. I can beat her. I can beat her. This is not representative of who I am as an individual. Not who I am. Anyway. Alright. Well, whatever. It is what it is. That one, this one. Couple of gold, yeah, there's a couple of gold skills I think that are going to be down there, so get those. And for this, I'm just going to say I have no idea which ones are good and which ones I actually should be taking. I'm just like, this one looks decent enough, I'll just take this one. And I'm sure that works out. I'm sure that'll work out well for me. I don't really know about skills. I'm not that much of an expert. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. I also didn't get the Symbol Rudolph skill, so I mean, honestly, this one was kind of a anyway. But even then, we got a UD5. UD5. Yes. Not great. Not amazing. But that's whatever. Okay. We go again. We run it back. Gonna run it back with Marvelous Sunday's hair blocking. Can we just talk about how Marvelous Sunday, how improbable of a character she is, from how energetic she is to how her hair exists. Like, don't get me, like, coming from somebody who's growing out his hair right now, like, I'm kind of growing out my hair right now just out of protest, because, like, man, the place I go to for haircuts is, like, raised their price again when it was already expensive, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna let my hair grow out despite the fact that it's getting warmer. I cannot imagine having that much hair, like this much hair. Good lord, like that would be such a pain to have to like wash, brush, take care of. Man, that's crazy to me. Anyway, that's tangent aside, let's get back into it. It's hopefully better on this time around. Don't fail me now, document. Don't fail me now. Oops. Oh, like I'm tapping the wrong thing. Okay. Hello? Where are my supports? They've all gone away. They're all gone forever. Okay. Oh, there they are. Except I kind of need to do this one instead, so I can introduce the 3 legends, not the 3 goddesses, the 3 legends. That's different. They are different. Okay. Oh. Wait, did I just get the date event again? No, I mean, okay, you know what? I shouldn't be complaining because, like I said before, at least it comes earlier than later. Like, if it came later, like, way late into a run, I've had one where it didn't show up until, like, literally, I think, like, November. Which was, that's ridiculous. That it didn't even show up until then. But at least it's showing up now, you know? I guess that's fine. I guess I'll take that, but not exactly the most ideal, if I had to be honest. Stamina? No, I hardly know her. Honestly, let's just try and get for some of these, just so I can get some of these up and running. There we go, there's some gauge stamps. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need in my life. And then this one. Like you can see, even though she hasn't reached the limit to which she can get the friendship training or whatever, she's still getting it. And that's the benefit of whatever effect that she's on right now, which is going on for quite a while actually, so I'm actually kind of surprised. I will take it though. And then I get another one of these. Yeah, sweet babies. Sweet babies. And there it goes. It's gone forever. I'm just kidding. It's not forever, but like it's gone. I mean, I can get it back kinda easily, but I'm gonna go for this instead. That way I can get some of these guys up to friendship training. That was the wrong thing. I didn't mean to press that. Whoopsies. There we go. Sweet babies. Where are the 3 legends? They didn't show up that time. That's great. Love to see it. Okay. Eto. That gets us our stamina. The stamina card. Stamina skill. Which hopefully gets us the gold stamina skill if we get enough events to show up. That is how this game works. That is how it works. Okay, please. Sweet babies. Alright. That is what I'm here for. Okay, no Yasumi, or maybe yes, actually yes, Yasumi. Yes to the Yasumi. You get a Yasumi, and you get a Yasumi, and you get a Yasumi, and you get a Yasumi. Woo, Yasumi. Alright, screw it, sure. Also, I apologize if my fan is audible, like I've been running it all stream, but it's gone up. As soon as I said that, the it ran out of battery. It's a bunch of rip. Actually, hold on 1 second. It has been a little bit weather update, by the way. It's been kind of hot. Not really hot. It's just been kind of weirdly muggy and rainy. Especially today. Actually, mostly today. It was definitely very hot on Wednesday, which is kind of unfortunate because of the fact that, oh, I don't know, I've kickball on that day, so I was dying in the sun. But, nah, otherwise, it's been actually pretty nice weather. It is going to be very nice if it isn't going to rain on the weekend, so I might do another one of my fun little romps around town. You know, get to go to a festival and all that. Look at some overpriced food and all that, and yeah, just explore the neighborhood. I also am debating whether I should get a haircut. Like, I said I'm growing out my hair, but also it is gonna get annoying, especially as it's gonna get more hot. It's only gonna get more annoying just having to, you know, like, have this in the way. But I am kind of interested. I've never actually grown out my hair. Like, the longest I've gone without getting a haircut, I think, was 3 months, and that was, like, from having it really cut short. Like, as a guy, for those guys out there, I cut it to, like, a 1 on the sides, which is, like, it's not a 0, so it's not, like, a full shave, but it's, like, it's very, very short. So that's generally how I like to do it, and so even though it's been it's gonna approach 3 months, I think, next week, since I got a haircut, it's not that unwieldy. It's actually kind of alright. Granted, it is annoying having the hair to my ears because I'm not used to that, but I'm slowly getting used to it, and who knows, maybe it actually might look pretty decent. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I look like a total idiot, but I'm just gonna I'll let it grow for a little bit until it gets really bad. And then from that point, I might just give up and be like, alright, I'll just get a haircut. But I'm just gonna. This is a little social experiment, I guess. You know, while I don't have to, you know, be out and about with people, might as well just kind of do stuff like this. Especially since I stay home a lot, anyways. So, you know, just experiment with myself. Right. Ooh, 55. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Well, no. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, no. I guess, yeah. And then, let me think. Now, you'd think I probably want to go for the date event, right? But in this case, I don't think I want to because 2 of my gauges are already pretty close to being full, and so that's probably going to be a waste of that. So this is also something I kind of learned, is like when to actually just rest versus using your date event. And then I can use that for later, I guess, runs, later stages. So that then I can use that to its full advantage rather than just partially using it. And then there you go, you still get this anyway, so... yeah. There we go. So, man, I keep spitting on my phone. Ugh, gross. And I guess on my monitor too, which is ugh. But yeah, I think back to the... I don't know how I went on such a huge tangent, but back on the fan topic. I mean, now it's even closer to my mic, so maybe you actually could probably hear it now, but maybe not with the noise suppression I do with my mics and on the OBS and stuff, so maybe not. But, oh, this is all terrible. Actually, no, yeah, that's terrible. No, wait, actually, no. Screw it, we'll take the hint bonus. But yeah, no, it's been very hot. I think it's actually been a couple of days since I've actually turned on my heater. Which you may think, it's freaking June, why are you talking about turning on your heater? You'd be surprised, it's been kind of cold. It's been a cold May. And like, the first few days of June were also pretty relatively chilly, especially during the night where I actually did have to turn on my heater. Or otherwise, you know, I'd wake up to it being like 62 degrees in my room and just like it being super chilly, so... I did need to do that, but now I think I'm good with just leaving it off. Just straight up off. Like, occasionally maybe I might have to turn on the cooler, which works the same as my heater, which is kind of interesting, but there is a little bit of that. A little bit of that to consider. I don't know, something like that. Okay. Oh, nice. Nice-oo. Nice-oo as Isu. Man, speaking of ice, really unrelated topic jump, but my ice maker has been kind of acting a bit, not acting a bit weird, but man, the ice it made did not smell great. So I just threw away all that, and then I just made it remake more ice. And like I'm trying to test it out to make sure it's not like something, because apparently the filter does technically need to be changed, but like I don't actually use any of the like the water system or filter or whatever, all that stuff in my fridge. I actually just drink tap water straight up, which I find that good enough, honestly. Like it's not horribly tasting, and like it's free water because I don't pay for water. It's the only utility I don't pay for here in this apartment. But I guess, and trash too. I don't technically pay trash. Just pay electric, gas, and internet. That is my life. At least I don't pay everything. Although I do know people that just don't pay utilities at all. Wouldn't that'd be the life? Wouldn't that be great? That's very rare though nowadays. But yeah, I mean, maybe that might have an effect on why the ice is weird. But like the new test run that I've been letting it run, I guess, for lack of a better word, doesn't smell that weird anymore. So maybe that was just it was just some weird old ice. Which, can ice get old? I don't know. That's a stupid question. Never mind. Never mind me asking that. That's a stupid thought. Ah, yes, the side here that was all black. Love that. Love how this game is not optimized for this device, which is fair. If a game is, honestly, the fact that this game still works decently well with this unfolded phone is pretty good on its own, because there are a few games that I've noticed it just does not work well at all. I think Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is a good example of that. It just does not handle these types of devices that well. It just kind of stretches everything. It just looks so weird. So I cannot play that game with my phone folded out like this, which is kind of unfortunate because I want to get a closer look at my characters, but nope, it's not possible apparently. Or they don't want you to do that, which is fair because I mean that game stopped getting up. I mean it's Pocket Camp Complete now because it stopped getting updates a while back, but it's still fun because I didn't actually really play it when it was originally running as a gacha game. But now that it's complete and you pay for $10 for it, you pretty much get everything that they had anyway. So it's not like you're losing out on too much, which is pretty good. Sure. This one. Sure. Man. Was it one of the recent, I don't remember which one it was, but like there was a recent run I did where I was like, man, the wisdom, the intelligence was just not working out that well, and now it's really working. Unfortunately, none of these 3 stars are what I want. Oh my goodness, these suck. Yeah, because that's Uma. Yeah, no, that's not good. Shoot. I'll go with this one. Not the worst. Yeah. It's fine. Either way, I was gonna get the High Seiko route. I had enough pink stamps, so it works out. It works out. Okay. Hey, Aston Machan. Man, I'll have I think, yeah, ever since I met the real life VA, the VA for Machan during Asen, I will forever have, I mean, God, that's such an awesome memory, obviously. Like, man, got to meet the actual, like, not only did I, well, meet in air quotes, like I got to take a picture, one-on-one picture with the VA, because I told the story during that one stream when I was talking about my experience with Asen, was that I was at her panel, and like there weren't that many people at her panel, because I don't think she's really that well known for a lot of her roles. Like she's up and coming, but she doesn't have, I think she's probably most well known for voicing Anne Shirley in the anime called Anne Shirley. But she also is a voice in Cinderella Girls, Idolmaster. She's like the fish girl or whatever, Nanami, I think. She voices Machan. She voices a lot of other characters. She voiced the student council president or whatever in Asobi Asobase. She's voicing the main girl in the upcoming romance series Kaoru Hana to Rin Tusaku or something like that, which I've read the manga for, and I can say it's good, but they apologize so damn much. It's just like it kind of got tiring after a little bit. There's a little bit of a meme with the apology counter on the manga subreddit about that, so be warned about that. But it's still really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good romance manga. But I mean, yeah, so otherwise, yeah, anyway, so yeah, because of that, I don't think she was that well known. She didn't have that many people in her panel, and so she was like, oh yeah, so like we did, you know, the standard, like, oh, ask questions about her career, do fun little games, show off your voice, that kind of thing. And then afterwards she was like, yeah, if y'all have time, like, we want to give everybody a chance to have one-on-one pictures with her. Like, you bring your phone up, and she had her manager like take the photos and stuff. And I was like, holy moly, that's crazy. So I like, and I'll say that I stole the idea from a person in front of me who was cosplaying, not Machan, I think she was cosplaying Biflos, but she was cosplaying an Uma, and she was like, oh, she recognized Uma, and she was like, oh, and then they did the Uma pose. I was like, oh, let me do that. And then I had the other idea of like pulling out my game, showing off that I have a Machan and being like, oh, Machan, but then I realized I'm gonna, you know, have to use my phone to take the photo, so I was like, damn it, I can't do that. So at least for the photo I have, it's just me and her name is Honoka Inoue. We were doing like the Uma pose, like, you know, the two hands, like kind of making up the ears sort of thing. I can't do it obviously because, you know, limitations with me, Maramo. But no, but you know, there's that, and then she was doing that, and she was also taking two pictures. So like you know, once she took that picture, then I was like, oh yeah, could I have my phone? And then like I showed off Machan to her, and then, you know, the photo was like me holding my phone with the game with Machan on like the home select screen, whatever, of the game, and that was really fun. So I think that's gonna be forever be a nice little memory. Every time I see Machan, I'm just gonna think of that and be like, ah, yeah, good times. So, and it was nice because she was already one of my favorite characters, so it's like definitely grew my interest for sure, and it'll be nice to see her career grow, because like I said, I think she's definitely up and coming. She's getting a lot more leading roles now. You can definitely see her getting more and more in the years coming, so who knows, maybe that might actually become more and more of a valuable picture, as much as I probably don't want to put it in that words, but something like that, right? That's fun stuff. Alright. I have not really been paying attention this run. Have I been doing well? Let's find out. Did I get Mile S? Or why do I keep saying Mile S? Mid S. Have I been getting Mid S? Let's find out. Let's find out. Maybe someday. I did not. Okay, well, that's not ideal. Also, I have not been getting a lot of speed, which is not what I want to be seeing. But that's okay, I guess. Because it's made up for the fact that I have a lot of stamina. Well, that's not what you want to see either. Okay. Let me here. While I'm here, because I forgot, I should probably use up some of these skills. Like this one. And this one. And not that one. Good enough. Well, no, this one. There we go. Okay. God, I can hear my neighbors. Probably heard me talking my shit and just like, yeah, he's doing this shit again. Now they're playing their TV real loud. It's no big deal. It's whatever. It's just, it's so quiet in here, and the walls are so thin that I can hear that pretty easily. And I'm sure it's the other side too, like they can hear me pretty easily talking my yaps. Yapping my yap. That hasn't stopped me before though. I don't really care. Sure, let's go with the almond. Go with the eye. Oh, this one. I don't know why I was debating so much. I know I should probably go with that one. Oh, yes, please. Man, okay, stamina is not a problem so far this run, I'll just say that. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. This is gonna seem really stupid, but I honestly think this is probably gonna be the play, because none of these other skills are really that good. Yeah, none of the other stamps are really that good, so I might just go with that one, which is kind of weird. Choosing the 1-star stamp over the 3-star stamp, but like, I might as well, you know. I don't want this. Ah, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, yeah. That's the horrible Mickey Mouse impression. Man. Man, oh man. Speaking of voices, so I guess my plan for this weekend, I'm thinking of, we're probably gonna do more Deltarune tomorrow. I don't know if that's also gonna be like another 10-hour bonanza. I might just do chapter 3 and just leave it at that, and then do chapter 4 for another time. But that's probably the plan, is like at least maybe either tomorrow or Sunday, depending on how I feel after my excursion about town, which, knowing me, after excursions around town probably means that I'll probably be in a good mood, so maybe I might just stream all chapter 3 and 4 and just get that out of the way and do another 10-hour bonanza stream. But tomorrow's most likely gonna be something like that. And then Sunday, maybe I might go back to Truck Sim, or do maybe I might go back to Fall Guys, you know, try and get back into the ranked knockout groove sort of thing, you know. Maybe also try and get that some more solo wins so I can get the Jajangmyeon skin. Yeah, that might be kind of fun to get, so maybe I might do that. We'll see. TBD, but yeah, Saturday, Sunday, definitely streaming, or planning on streaming for the most part, unless something changes. Which I will let y'all know if that does happen, but look forward to that, I guess. I might start tomorrow's stream pretty early, just like I did last week. Planning for the fact that it might go a little long. So we'll see when that actually happens, but it probably might be sometime in my afternoon, which might be like 2-3 p.m. Maybe even 4. We'll see. I don't know. Just so I can motivate myself to not stream like 10 straight hours. Yeah. Maybe. Ooh, these are some actually terrible options. Okay, never mind. I was like, wait a second. This is the only good option. I was like, I saw the stamp types and I was like, ooh, good options. But no, not good options. Terrible options. Only one good option. Alright. Wait, did I get the symbol of Rudolph's go? Also, I didn't get mid-S again. Man, oh man. Run be ruined. Rip run. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm just gonna try and get as good as Uma as I can, I guess, right now. What it really comes down to. Damn it, please. Oh. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh. Anyway, Japan Cup, which is a long way away, so I get a lot more trainings done. Nobody acknowledged what the hell I just did there. Good old reference to what? Oh, that's an old Oni cartoon, right? Like Oni, like the Harry Potter ones. Mr. Potter, it's Leviosa. Oh, Leviosa. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's heal. Let's do the heal. You've convinced me, Jungle Pocket. You've convinced me with your Nas. As long as you don't yaw at me like the aliens from Galaxy Burger, we should be good. We should be just fine. Okay. Ooh, sweet babies. Honestly, stat-wise, this run's been pretty good. Ooh, yes, please. Stat-wise, it's been good. Unfortunately, no mid-S means that it's already kind of DOA, but you know, we'll live. We'll do another run. That's the thing with these runs. It's like you just can't get them on the first try, and if you do, you count your blessings that it happened, and you get lucky with that kind of stuff. But nah, that doesn't happen. I need speed. I have a need for speed. If you know what I mean. Oh boy, not worth it. Just gonna heal. Okay. Alright. Not great options. Guess I'll just go with this one. No, we're not Yasumi in today. Maybe we are. No, we aren't. Okay, now we got Yasumi it up. Got a Yasumi. Ooh, none of those are good, so I'm just gonna skip that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna Yasumi. Hey, 70, nice. Love to see that. Okay, yes, give me my skill, maybe my gold evolution diamond skill. Hey, Machan, what's up? Bottom option, yeah, okay. I think I accidentally chose the top option last time, and that just kind of screwed me. Ooh, Oh wait. No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, honestly, it started well. It just, I don't know, it just kind of tapered off at the end, which is kind of unfortunate, Big Rippo. I am not getting good results with Jungle Pocket right now. I think it's also just the streamer curse. I don't know, man. Generally when I play this game on stream, it just does not result in good Umas compared to what I do on off stream, which is kind of interesting. I consider it the streamer curse at this point. Bad RNG, I don't know, it's like, it's a lot of things. Okay, Arimakin, okay, we're pretty much already done. Pretty much whatever. Gonna face Almond Eye again, get a revenge going. I should win this time, like, I don't know why I didn't win last time. Totally not a lack of skill. Totally not a skill issue. If anybody comments skill issue on chat, I'm gonna ban you, so don't even think about it. But let's get it going. Yeah, see, look at all these gold skills I have. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Some of these are useful too. Some of them. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I didn't get the gold skill for this one, so that's already another big rip-out. Okay, this one, Umadaisuki. Wow, I have enough to do another one. Which one do I want to do here? I'm not a leader, so those aren't going to help me. You know what? I'll save a few points. I'll save a few points for the next round of batch, for the next batch. And here we go again. It's everybody's favorite eye, Almond. Everybody's favorite Almond Eye. Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Hello? What is this? Brother. Look, I have 2 double circles, or triple circles. Okay, there we go. Yeah, should not take that. It should not be that hard. Also, yeah, again, just bragging rights. It literally, I don't think there's any benefit to being Almond Eye, other than, hey, I beat her. Maybe there is. I don't know. Maybe there is a hidden something. I don't think I see anything special come out of that. Alright, well, on the bright side, we got everything above UG, so you know what, that's pretty neat. You know, honestly, this isn't the worst. If I can get the speed up a little bit, if I could get the stamina up a little bit, And if everything was like up by, I mean, easier said than done, but if everything was like, if everything had 100 added to it, this would have been a really, really, really amazing. This would have probably been the run. Well, plus the fact that I need mid-S and also some skills that I didn't get. So, you know, it's not just that, but that would be a good starting point at least. I still think this is probably going to be at least pretty close to UC, probably like a UD9 or something, but still pretty good. So let me just get these skills filled out. Man, I have a lot of skill points and nothing to use them on. Tokyo? Tokyo. Okay, great. So I think that, yeah, the upcoming CM's in Tokyo, so I should probably use that. Okay, great. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alright, drum rolls everybody. What's your predictions for what it is going to be? Is it going to be a UC? Nope, it's going to be a UD9. Yep. That's I kind of expected that actually. Did I not say, oh, it's probably going to be UC, but it's probably going to be more like a UD9? Did I not say that? Man, oh man, am I Nostradamus or what? Also, we're very close to getting her to level 11, which means I'll be able to get her her casual outfit, which I do like. Pocket's casual outfit. That is very nice. I do love Tiny No Gimlet's casual outfit though. That has to be bar none my favorite outfit in this game. There's just something about it that just hits so right. I honestly want to cosplay that. Like, no joke, I actually do want it. I've only cosplayed once in my life, but that is definitely one I really want to do. Hey, look, it's Twin Turbo. Just doing the little, that walk, which originally I think was Haru Urara, but now it's her, Twin Turbo. I think Vivlos does that walk. There's a few characters that do that, the interesting walk. Be paying attention to what Phenomenos saying. Okay. Anywho, let's get back into Jungle Pocket. I think, yeah, I don't have any TP. That's okay. Look at how I have 1,400 of these carrot drinks. This is not an issue. And look at all these other ones I have. All the Valentine's Day gifts I have. Yeah, no, these are Valentine's Day gifts. Gold ships. Something choco. Gold ship no tokubetsu choco. Gold ship special chocolates. I'm not going to use those. I'm not going to use any of these. These are all special chocolates that were given to me. I also have Heart Safre, whatever that means. I got the special. I got the San Jose juice. I got the Star Fruits. I got KFC. I remember when they had the collab with KFC. Good times, good times. Anyway, just kind of use those up. Okay, we're good. But yeah, I've so many of the carrot drinks. I might just use those, or whatever drinks those are. Probably not carrot drinks, but I just see orange and I'm just like, that's an orange and Uma, and I'm like, that's probably carrots, right? Just like Suzuka's hair. Suzuka's hair is made of carrots. That's a true fact. You've heard it here first. I want Suzuka. Her hair is made of carrots. There are other orange hair characters, right? Like Equinodictus. This not Tanoiser, Fuku Kitaru, I think she counts as an orange hair. I mean, yeah, the chairman. Look at that, she was also orange hair. Orphic has orange hair, right? Yeah, that's kind of fun. Partially orange hair. It's like a weird orange-white combination. I don't even understand how that works. Dude, some of the Uma's hairstyles I just don't understand. Like, first of all, how does Pocket, how does this happen? Where, like, what if this grows out? Like, this like, little part of her hair, like the white heart? I've always wondered, how does that even work? Like, does it just, like, stay there as the hair grows? Or does it, like, grow with the hair and then she has to re-dye it? It's this kind of stuff that the game doesn't really talk too much about. And so I know people rag on how they don't really consistently keep the, like, they don't really go too much into the lore of the game, which I'm fine with. Like, honestly, Uma's not really the game that you should really get into if you're really looking for lore stuff, because there's not really, they don't really go too deeply into it, and frankly, I don't really think they should, honestly, because there's so many weird technicalities. Like, why is Maruzensky still in the student council, or like in high school? Why is this one still in the student council, despite the fact that she's like old? Although I think Maruzensky is the better example, because she's technically, I think, the oldest Uma in the entire cast. So, you know, her, Vamonu, like how she acts, how she does, like why she's still in the in freaking the school, like when does it become the point of where they don't become high schoolers? Like when does it become like the light hello situation where it's like they become older? Like stuff like that. It's just like you kind of just have to cognitive dissonance sort of thing. It's like watching anime where it's like you just kind of have to like not think about that stuff, and if you do, it just makes your brain hurt, and then you just better off just kind of ignoring that kind of stuff. Yeah, there it is again. Also, very, very optimal timing for the date event to show up. It showed up like literally the time right after the first stamp showed up, which is absolutely when I wanted. So unfortunately, I didn't get the pink stamp, the pink gauge stamp, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Hopefully, I can get it this time around. And if not, at least I can get the purple. I can get the rare purple stamp, you know? Everybody knows about the purple stamps. Those are the truly rare ones. I meant the green stamps. I know my colors, I'm not stupid. Although, maybe I don't know my colors that well. Who knows? Who's to say? Alright, hopefully the race gives me the pink stamp gauge, or pink gauge. Nope, it doesn't, because screw you. Because screw me, I guess. Screw your loving. Screw your needs. Screw your dreams, screw your nightmares. You know, that kind of thing. One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite podcasts. Actually, really, the only podcast I really listen to. Oh, there it is. Good old Distractable with my good old friends, not friends, my good old the peeps, the peens, the three peens. And one of my favorite quotes has to come from, oh, that was really risky, I shouldn't have done that. One of my favorite quotes comes from one of the members, like, fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares, I'm gonna win. Like, that went hard. Like, hot damn. That is an iconic line right there. And for those watching, remember, fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Okay. Yeah, I should probably do this one. I'm like, the reason is fill up that. Oh, I didn't even get the benefit of the thing happening. The thing didn't happen. That event. Big sad. Okay. Ooh, yeah, no. 30, anything above 30% is really just a no, unless it gives me the big stat boost. And I think once it gets to like 50% or higher, even if it's like a excuse me, even if it's a really big speed boost, it's like that's not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Maybe that's just me. Ay. Okay. Ooh. Yes, please. Although I do need to prioritize pink stamps for sure, especially since I didn't get the pink gauge stamp. Which isn't the biggest problem, like that's not horrible, but it's not ideal. Today's phrase of the day, that's not ideal. It's gonna be the title of my stream VOD on YouTube. That's not ideal. It's also gonna be the title of my autobiography. That's not ideal. A story of Shino the Penguin. Oh man. I don't. Nah, yeah, writing a autobiography. Yeah, autobiography. That means I'm writing it. Nah, I'm good, fam. I don't need. My life's pretty boring. I don't really have anything interesting to say about my life, my story. I'll just keep everything to myself, and some of the less incriminating stuff I'll share with y'all. / I already have. So we'll just leave it at that. So maybe somebody can just pick up all the like maybe make an AI model, like a machine, not an AI model, but like a machine learning model. Take like natural language processing, take all the things that I've said over the past like however long I've been streaming, and try to condense it down into like one like biography style book. and this is what Shino the Penguin is like, you know, that kind of thing. I'm sure that can be a thing. Cause yeah, natural language processing, man, is it? I mean, there's definitely machine learning models that could do that kind of thing, like text parsing, speech parsing, parse stuff from videos, and then just kind of summarize that kind of stuff. Because that's basically what the stuff like LLMs are doing anyway. So you know, and by LLMs, I'm talking about the ChatGPTs of the world. The supposed AIs, which isn't really AI, but you know, that's become the new buzzword, so that's how we operate, I guess. I don't know if you all saw, but I apparently Google, our Lord and Savior, our overlords Google, apparently are going to make a AI mode for Google. Like, you know, like if you've used Google recently, you know there's the AI overviews, which, by the way, horrible. I hate those so much. But yeah, the AI overviews, and now they're gonna expand upon that with AI mode, where like you search, and instead of getting, you know, the standard search results of like the pages and stuff, you just get like a summary made by an AI, being like, here's a summary of like an answer to your question based on all the kind of stuff that we parse from websites. And I'm just sitting there like, no, fuck this. Like, if this is the future, fuck me, you know? I'm already kind of transitioned away from using Google just because, you know, all this shit that they've been going through between that and all the SEO, like, kind of manipulation stuff. I've just been like, it's kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth, and I'm just like, I've been kind of slowly starting to use DuckDuckGo, which, if you don't know, is like another search engine. Unfortunately, they also have an AI overview thing that they're using, which, why are companies doing this shit? I don't understand. Like, I'm not gonna look at this AI overview because I'm just like, hallucinations are a huge problem with this stuff. I can't be trusted. You can't trust this kind of stuff. So like, I'm not gonna ever look at this kind of stuff. And luckily, like, they do have an option to turn it off. But, you know, sometimes I search things on, let me see. That's so good. Oh, but I can't take another green stamp, otherwise I'm kind of screwing myself. Shoot, I might have to go with this one. But yeah, anyway, yeah, no. Google bad. Google bad. Google monopoly. Our Lord and Savior Google, our AI overlords in the next few years, apparently, because that's apparently the direction they're heading. Apparently that might be the new standard for Google searches now, is the AI mode, which, if they start doing that, I'm really going to stop using Google. Like, I haven't really been using it, but I really won't be using it if that's the case, because absolutely screw that. And did I not? I didn't get the A. I didn't get S-Mile again, did I? Or S-Mid. I don't know why I keep calling it S-Mile. I mean, mile, mid, right? Kind of same characters / word. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Did I get S? No, I didn't get S. Man, this string of luck has not been kind to me. In fact, it has not been luck. It has been unluck, as one might say. I'm actually getting cold. I'm gonna turn off my fan. Okay. I need to get my pink stamps. I need to get a pink stamp, which actually means I probably should do the following, which is called do this, and then give me this option, and then I'm winning because it's gonna fill up my gauge. Yay. Eto. Okay. Nippon Dabi. Nihon Dabi. Nippon. Whatever. Yeah, Nippon Dabi. The good old Dabi. 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 Okay, honestly, we're pretty set. As long as I get a decently good skill to come out of the game, we should be fine. That's helpful. You know what would be even more helpful? A wisdom. Nope. That's fine too, I guess. Oh, Wait, you know what? That's not too bad. We'll take that. Not the ideal one I could have gotten, but still good nevertheless. And come from behind, we get High Seiko again. Isn't that surprising? Isn't that shocking? Quite the shock. Hey, Dansu Flame. There she is. Okay, I might do... This is gonna seem really stupid. I'm gonna do this. I have my reasons. I have my reasons why I'm not going straight to the ones that have like 3+ like this. You can see why, because sometimes these characters show up again. And then, well, bammo, you get that, and you get even more bonus. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. Love to see that. Okay. Now I should definitely heal, unless... It was worth the risk. Like, let's be honest, it was worth the risk. I mean, I'm not really too mad, but I'm also kind of mad. But it was still worth the risk. I'm fine with that. Okay. What were my options here? Stamina. I should probably go for good stamina here. Oh my goodness. Good lord. 100. 100. That's what you want to see. Alright, please give me something good. Oh, that is it. That is absolutely good. Both of those are good, actually. Both of those 3-star stamps. But I'll take that one instead. I will say the one drawback about this guide is it doesn't really have like a... The one I used before was like a tier list, so it's kind of helpful just to be like, oh, this might be slightly better than this one. It's kind of hard if you have like, you know, 3 options and all 3 of them are like double circles. I mean, that's a great thing, you know, then you choose one and you're probably fine, but like, which one of those 3 is like the best, you know? Like, that's kind of your question, and like, I don't really have a good answer for that, so... That's kind of the drawback with this guy, but still, it's coming out to have some pretty good results overall. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Hopefully we can get a UC here, hopefully we can get a decently good jungle pockets. I don't know if this is also, I don't know if this is gonna be the one either, but that's why we keep doing these, you know, just gotta keep grinding. That's what these CM trainings come down to, is you just gotta keep grinding. If you know what I mean. Ooh, sweet babies. Sure. Okay, that's helpful. Not ironically, that actually is pretty helpful. Alright. Alrighty. Ooh, you know what? That's really good. I'll take that. This is why we look at all the options, so that we can get all those. And then, oh my goodness, this is... There we go. These are the kinds of turns we need to have if we want to get what we want. Which I have not been getting so far. Speaking of not getting stuff, oh my goodness. I guess that's good. Yeah, I think I'll just save my skill points. How many times man, I don't usually play this game with my sound on, so like I'm still like, it's still so weird just be like hearing all of the sounds. Like, yeah, voila. It's gonna be stuck in my head for the next week, I guess. Which is fine. There have been other things that have been stuck in my mind that are worse. Something like that. No Yasumi for you. Okay, now maybe you should have a Yasumi. This will be a good start. Oh wait, I ran out of date events. Well, that's unfortunate. But fine, I guess. 70? Ah, hate to see it. Hate to see it. Oh, she still needs a Yasumi. Oh, that was 14%. Come on. Okay, well, thank goodness for that. Although I don't have any blue stamp. The blue that really sucks if you're like going for the blue strategy because and blue stamps kind of by extension because you need those. You need to have max mood in order to have those be effective. But luckily I don't have any of those. Hey, it's Lala. Lala. Oh, I haven't watched Teletubbies. Well, obviously I haven't watched Teletubbies in years, but like, did I even? I don't even think I watched it as a kid, actually. So, I don't know why I said it like that, but I don't think I've ever watched it as a... Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Teletubbies. Even as a kid. I don't know. So I don't actually really know what it's about. Yeah, I don't know what, like, the general plot line of an episode is. I guess even if I did watch it as a kid, I probably wouldn't have remembered anyway. Unless I watched a whole bunch of it. But I didn't, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But anyway. Alright, please get me mid-S, 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 please, pink. Ah, fuck you too, buddy. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, this is also kind of a DOA run, but, it's fine. We'll just keep on grinding, I guess. Just gotta get the fan count up, you know, just gotta pad out those stats. What we're really here for. That, and getting Jungle Pocket to level 11 affection so that I can get her casual outfit. So that she can give me her casual outfit so that I can wear it for myself. Because that's how that works, right? 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 Like that one Star Wars meme. Right? Right? That's one of my favorite. That's not one of my favorite memes, but that's I don't even want to say it's a classic meme. That hasn't been that well. May have been long by current meme standards, like how freaking fast memes go nowadays. But like that was not that long ago that meme was a thing. Is that Anakin Skywalker? Or it was a Star Wars character where it's like it's that whole format of like, oh, blah 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 blah, right? And then like he's like, and then the girl's like, right? Yeah, I think you all know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, this has been a yikes in terms of that happening. Okay, that's fine. Well, that's a whole bunch of unfortunateness. No results are good. These are all horrible, actually. I think I kind of have to take this one, but that's it. That's marked with a big old X on my spreadsheet, so that's not one I want to take. You know what? I don't think this is gonna make a difference, but I'm gonna fill out some of these skills. So I have way too many skill points that I'm not even using right now. Oh, I did get that at least. And I got, didn't I get the... No, I didn't. Okay, I thought I got the Shakura, however you pronounce that. Thought I got that, but I haven't yet. Maybe I'm confusing that with the Sounds of Ass one. Who knows? Oh boy, I'm not getting any good pairings right now. This is not looking great. Please give me something, anything. Anything? Eesh. I might actually have to take the L here and just heal. Which is not what I want to do. Really? Okay, well, that's cool. I said that really loud. Hope my neighbor didn't think it was directed at him. Wow. I'm not having a good time right now. Oh my god. I mean, this is better than this, but not by much. Yep. Okay. Okay. I don't think this is gonna be it, y'all. I'm not gonna. Something tells me that this is not gonna be it. Oh boy, did not mean to do that. Nope, I'm not done. Sorry. Sorry about that. Pressed the wrong button. That's a sign. That's a sign that maybe this should be the last run. I accidentally fudged. Fudged? That's not the right term. I accidentally pressed 2 buttons instead of the one on my little macro pad here. That was an oopsies. I am big sad. Wow. Brother, what is this? What are my selections here? This is horrendous. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Man, I was having a pretty good run of runs. I was having a pretty good string of runs off stream, but now it's just all coming back down to earth. So that's not what you want if you're me. If your name is Shino the Penguin, that is not what you want. Unfortunately, that is my name, and so that is not what I want. Alright, well, we got one more run to really salvage things, which I don't. Oh, look at that. Absolute garbage. Absolutely nothing. Oh my god. Bro, what is this? What are those? What are those? They are my Crocs. Yeah, that was also another Vine that I remember watching. The light is gone from my life. I'll just keep on doing that. Because that's how I feel right now, inside. This is how I feel inside and outside. Delicious. I love water. I love water. Water and breathing. Those are my hobbies. Man, did you see the triangle on the freaking wisdom? I'm not gonna win against Almadai. Let's just put it right there. This is not gonna happen. I'm just gonna. We'll keep trying, but I'm not gonna win against Almadai right now because this is not the time for this. This is not the run for us. This is not gonna happen. I can try and be optimistic, but it's not gonna happen. And if it happens, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna jump out my window if that happens. Which isn't saying much because I live on the first floor, so like, not really that much of a difference, but it's gonna happen. Yep, told you it wasn't gonna happen. That's okay. It happens. Alright, well, how bad is it, Doc? See what level of UE I got. See what level of UE has happened. Might as well try and pad up the stats a little bit, but I think this is absolutely nothing, so this is just kind of a waste of time. I just want to do this so I can at least not have a horrible rating, not rating, but writing, wow, whatever that means. Man, at this point I'm just taking random stats, random skills, because none of these are really gonna be that helpful. I just took a mile skill for no reason, so that's really wonderful. Also, it's also getting hot here again, so let me turn on my fan. No, let me improve one of these at least. Okay. Please. 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 I'm not gonna lie, I'm legitimately surprised that I didn't get like a UE something. I'm actually legitimately surprised. Wow. How the hell did I not get like a UE something? That is actually amazing. Huh. Well, okay. Well, that's just lovely. Man, I don't want to end it off on that though. That was depressing. Oh, hey, look, it's everybody's favorite antagonist, Tamamo Cross. And you can see this is how she is IRL. It's so funny watching her in the anime and how, like, you know, obviously, like, you know, the anime is a bit more grittier. It doesn't have the pretty derby in its name, so it's like it's a bit more serious in that sense. And seeing Tamamo Cross being like the serious not antagonist, but serious rival character, and seeing how she is versus how she is in the game, it's kind of funny because in the game, like, let me try and show you an example. Like, one of my favorites scenes from her is this one in her story. She's just like, looks like this, and then Tamamo Cross. Yep. Tamamo Cross in the game versus Tamamo Cross in the anime. Alright. We're gonna do one more run. I can't end it on something like that. That was a disgrace. Disgrace to my family. And my ancestors. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna try and get at least something decently good. Doesn't have to be, like, the one that I'm gonna bring to the CM, but it has to be at least, you know, like, not horrible, so let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Alright. Welcome back. Oh, where is the goddesses? The goddesses have disappeared. Or, I keep calling them goddesses. I know, because it's like, yeah, there's the 3 goddesses. That was the, not event, but that was the scenario that happened way back. But it's not the goddesses, it's the legends, the 3 legends. The 3 legends Celsius. I don't even know what that reference is. I think that's just a random thing I just said. Okay. Ora. Right, Edo. Get me my skill in stamina. I guess I'll take more stamina. I hardly know her. Did I just get the date event? I sure did. You know what? I'm glad it's showing up earlier. You know, as much as I like to complain about how this isn't the optimal timing, it's still good. You know? I can't complain too hard. Okay. And then I get this, and then that happens. I get one of those, and I get this event, and I can do that, fill up all the gauges. Well, bam, bam, slam, thank you, ma'am. Alright, let's see what we get. Of course we're gonna get at least one of these B gauges. Imagine, and this has happened before, but like when all the stamps and none of them are gauge stamps, that was the worst. That was when I decided to quit right there, because I was like, there's no way. My brother in Christ, there is no way that you give me 9 stamps and none of them, like 9 1-star stamps, mind you, and none of them are gauge stamps. Like, that is just absolutely absurdly bad luck. Like, that's absurd luck, but like in the wrong direction. Not what you want to be seeing. There's absurd luck in the good direction where, like, you can, you know, get, like, your favorite character in, like, 1 pull. Like, that's absurd luck. But I haven't had that happen to me yet. Not yet. Not yet. Sad times for all. That. Okay, let's do one of those. Try and trigger the event to show up again. Nope. Dance lesson. Event, please. No events. So no events. Break skateboard. That was also another classic meme. So no head. Break skateboard. Oh, please give me my things. Fine. If you want to play it that way, I guess we're gonna play it that way. Heal. And more heals. And no heals. Cool. Okay, please give me a gauge stamp. Oh, would you look at that? I got 2 times. You know what? I'm gonna go with the blue one. I have a reason. It's called blue stamps don't really show up that often as ones that are really ideal. So that's why I'm gonna go with that instead. So that I have a better chance of getting my high Seiko. Oh, if only that healed. There's another heal one. Another heal opportunity. Speed. Also, off topic, but can we talk about how good that Still in Love's card looks? It is one of my favorite card arts. Like, look at that. Like, hot damn, that is a really good card art. There's some really good support card arts in this game. There's really good looking ones. There's really good, really funny ones. I think I've shown examples of the funny ones before. There's like that Jungle Pocket one, or not the Jungle Pocket one, the August Tachyon one, where she's like putting the sugar cubes in her tea or whatever, and Manhattan Cafe is just looking at her in disgust. That's a classic. I love that one. Kind of similar vein, but the Jungle Pocket one where she's like standing, blocking the way of Tachyon, and Takyon's just looking like, bitch, get out of my way, sort of thing. You know, that's also fun. I love that. Alright. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Yes. Yes, my man. My man. Man, I haven't even, is that? I know of that from Rick and Morty. I don't think that's where it technically originates from. I just know of that from that. But that's probably not where it originated from. And I haven't watched like a single episode of Rick and Morty, similar to how I haven't actually watched a single... I take it back. I watched one episode of Smiling Friends, but it was the first episode, so it's like... And that was the one I think that was available for free, so like... Otherwise I haven't watched any of the episodes, which is a shame. I actually do want to watch that. I've watched enough clips to have a general idea of the story and like, you know, like most of the plots of the episodes. But that's still not, you know, obviously not watching the full thing, so... Gotta sit down one day and try to figure out where that's available so I can watch it. Because I have a freaking sticker of it on my water bottle, so I gotta actually like it, and I do like it. It's of the few clips I've watched, it does seem pretty fun. They're all Smiling Friends. It's got that charm to it that I really do like. Oh well, that's not what you want. That's not what I want. English. That's not what I want for sure. Okay. Hopeful Stakes, Sue. Yeah, Hopeful Stakes. I don't know why I read that character as PU instead of KU for a second, so I was like, Hopeful Stapes. That's not right. Stapes? What is that? This weird Japanese term that I've never heard of. Japanese and their crazy katakana, where you try and read it and it's like, I don't know what this is trying to say to me. Well, you know what? Now I kind of regret taking the blue gauge stamp instead of the green gauge stamp, because now I'm kind of heading towards the Saint Light path. Actually, you know what? Big brain. This might have been a big brain play, because now I can take a lot of 3-star green stamps without having to worry about entering that route. So you know what? That actually might have been a good idea. Good job, me. Thanks, me. You're welcome. Thanks, past me. Get back into it. Okay. Please. Please give me what I want. Ooh, that's pretty good. I think at this point all my characters have... Well, that's not... hey, I wanted my event, but I guess that didn't happen. I can say all my characters have enough bond to friendship rainbow train, so we're looking good there. Yeah, we'll go here, just so I can get more potential gauge. Please? Please? No gauge? Ah, break skateboard. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not... I was gonna say I'm high on something, but no, I'm not. High on life? No. Stupid phrase that everybody uses. Okay, I definitely need to heal. Oh, well, that's... Come on. Come on, brother. Brother. Surely this time I can get the event to show up. There it is. That's what you want. Okay, I do probably need to heal again, unless I get a wisdom rainbow. No wisdom rainbows. 20%. Fuck it. Okay, well that worked. At least that worked, you know? Alright, what do we got here? Oh, sweet babies. Hell yes, let's go. Okay, as long as I don't take a blue stamp in the next go around, I should be good. Just gotta remind myself of that. There was this... I don't know if y'all remember the stream I had where I was not paying attention to the stamps I had, and so I got equal numbers of, like, blue, green, and pink, and somehow I ended up in the Saint Light round. I was like, what the hell? It's like, what the hell? How did this happen? It's like, I was not paying attention at all. I was like, wait a second, how did this happen? And so that was stupid of me. That taught me to actually pay attention to what the hell I'm doing, which is actually kind of important sometimes, despite what you may think. Turns out playing the game is actually kind of important, even if I am yapping my yap off about absolutely nothing. That's how it works. Right. Ooh, I need to heal. Yeah, we absolutely need a Yasumi. And you know what? You're gonna get one. And we'll fill that gauge up. Okay, all the way up. Yes, sir. No, sir. That's not the sound you want to hear. Okay, in terms of wisdom, I'm doing pretty terribly. But it's still too early to say, and really, wisdom is... Well, actually, no, guts is the least important skill. Wisdom is kind of a second to the least importance. Like, you don't really need that to get to 1200. I mean, obviously, that'd be great, but shouldn't be putting too much effort into prioritizing that over some of the other skills, or other parameters. I mean, speed is the obviously most important one, and then... Probably depends on whether you're training like what distance, but if you're training something like a classic, like a mid, long, even maybe a mile, I'd probably say stamina is the next important, and then power, and then maybe int, and then guts. Like guts has kind of always been one that's not really that important. TBQH, so. Oh my god, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, whoa. We got two options here. We got two really good options. What do I have right now? Okay, I have the Tomodachi bonus, so I might as well just take this one. I think that's one of the best stamps that you can take for this route, so I am all set to go, and we are high seikoing it up right now. Okay, who we got as our supports? Oh, Transcend. Nice. Hey, there you go, Neku. Right. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I need to take some wisdom off right now. Like, desperately need it. It is not looking too... It is absolutely lacking compared to some of the other stats here, and I am not gonna risk that one. I'm just gonna heal. I know it feels like a kind of a waste to heal during summer training, but like, man, kinda need to do it. If I need to do it, I need to do it. It's a thing. Okay, that's helpful. That's really helpful. Ooh, speaking of helpful, that's helpful. Okay. Oh man, that's good, but like I kind of need to heal. Do I need to heal? Actually, executive decision. I'm gonna heal. Oh my god! Please stop giving me the 30 option. For the love of God. Okay. That's so bad. That's not great. Man, both of those are pretty bad. NGL. Yeah, you know what? Let's go down. The other two are just complete X's, so yeah, no, we don't go those. We don't go there. We don't talk about those. We don't talk about those stamps. Oh. Alright. Hey, there's Teo. Teo's in the background. Okay, this one, right? Yes, okay. Alright, well, the run's not looking too great, but it's still early to say. Who knows? Maybe things can turn around. Highly doubtful, but we never know. Sure. Okay. Japan Cup. Cup of Japan. Cup of rice. Cup of your mother. Okay. Anyway. Well, let's see. I have an idea. Never mind, my idea's stupid. Never mind, my idea's nullified. I was like, maybe I should use my last date to fill up some of these gauges. But then I'm like, I might as well just do this instead. Might as well just get some of that out of the way. And then I get absolute garbage. I mean, I guess that's okay, but man, I kind of need some 3-star stamps, question mark, please? Anything? Maybe someday? Oh my god, the wisdom being 408 is just absolutely killing me. Fine. It's fine. Now it's 460. Now it's 476, I think, right? Am I stupid? Maybe? Let's find out. 476. See, I can math. I can remember math. I'm just gonna keep on spamming that until I can get some decent numbers there. To the detriment of the others. Ooh, sweet babies. I know where I got that from. That was Adventure Time. That was Adventure Time. The alternate universe characters, the Cake and Fiona or whatever. Cake said like, "Oh, sweet babies." Granted, I didn't watch that much of that show. Like, I didn't watch that much Adventure Time, but I am aware of it. I've watched episodes. I know the general way that the plot went and how it ended is kind of interesting, but I didn't really go out of my way to actively watch it. I wouldn't really say I'm a huge fan of it, to be quite honest. And I will say that I was actually a pretty huge hater of it when it first came out. Like, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like one of these, yeah, gross, like, the new Cartoon Network shows all suck. It's gonna be like that. And it's like, oh, it turns out it was actually pretty good. But me being the teenager, edgy teenager I was like, well, I'm just gonna hate on these because, yeah, it looks gross. And, like, my old cartoon's better. Like, you know, the retro stuff is way good. You know, standard edgy teen stuff that everybody thinks when they're edgy and teenagers. Because your brains haven't fully developed. In fact, your brains don't fully develop until you're like 25 or whatever. So once you hit 25, that's when your frontal lobe just solidifies in place, and it's like, wow, I can think clearly now. Now that my frontal lobe's there. So for all you kids out there that are younger, wait until your frontal lobe hits, and then that's when you'll be able to make good decisions with your life, or something like that. And yet here I am, you know. Here I am anyway. Ooh, yeah, sure. Get that training bonus up. Okay. Please give me mid-S. Mid-S, 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 mid... That's unfortunate. Have I gotten a single mid-S today? Wait, actually, not even a joke. Have I actually gotten a single mid-S today? I don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe I gotten one on the first one. No, I don't think I've gotten a single one today on this stream. Which is freaking insane, because I think the previous 3 runs I've done before, they've all come pretty easily. So it's like, what is going on? It's the streamer luck, man, I'm telling you. Like, you think it's a joke, but I'm not kidding you. It's just, what is going on? Like, actually, wait, no, I'm not here. Let me take a little. Let's take a little bit of a break because I'm actually kind of serious about this. Let me look at my previous few Umas that I made. Gentle Donna. Yeah, like no mid S, no mid S, no mid S, mid mile or S mile. Look, S mid. That wasn't S mid. S mid. S mid. No, that wasn't an S mid. But you get the point, right? Like they came pretty commonly. It came pretty commonly. I'm sorry. But no, it's like it's just disappeared from the world. It's gone. Like the life, like the light in my eyes. It's disappeared. But that's okay. Okay. Well. If it isn't the consequences of my actions, of which limited actions have been made because of the options given to me, but you know, like the way I think of it. Sure, you know, I don't know, but also sure. Man, I'm just gonna keep on spamming this this wisdom until I get it to be, like, at least a good degree, semi-good degree. Is there anything good here? Yes, there is. Chance Smile. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, please give me something good. That's pretty good. Take those. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hopefully we can keep getting stuff like that. And maybe we can have a kind of a chance, although, again, since I didn't get the mid-S, this is kind of a dead run, but again, I'm just trying to get as many, I guess, fans as I can, slash affection points towards good ol' this creature over here, this specimen, this individual. Okay. Ooh, wait a second. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This one. Again, I don't know why I had to think about that. Oh boy, Yasumi time. Alright, what are you gonna get me here? This is actually pretty decent. I'll replace... Which one do I... I'll replace this one. That one's pretty useless in the current grand scheme of things. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, there we go. That's what you like to see if you're me. This is what happens when you actually get good stamps. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. It is very clear. And I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Ooh, look at that. Look at the... I don't remember the rest of the lyrics of that song. That was another song that I sang in elementary school. I think I talked before about how I sang like the most random songs in elementary school. Like All-Star. This was before Shrek, the whole Shrek thing with the meme. I mean, granted, I think... Was this even before... No, this was around the time I think it came out during the movie, like Shrek, but like I don't think... This is definitely way before it became like a meme. This is before memes were even a thing, actually, in the internet, so... Definitely way before that, but... If y'all even remember what that time was like. But yeah, All-Star... Rockin' Robin. But yeah, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Look at this thing, it's saying it's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. You know, that stuff. Why didn't I take the first option for that one, actually? Yeah, you know what? This probably isn't gonna be a horrible run. It's probably gonna be like mid UDs. But it's still not gonna be great, mind you. Just because of how the stamps didn't really line up. I don't know, it's kind of weird, right? Like, I thought I was doing pretty well, and then I come to stream here and show off this stuff, and it's like, nope, you don't know what you... But I think this also alludes to the fact that this mode is very RNG dependent. If you don't get the stamps that you want, you're kind of SOL. It's not that I didn't get the stamps I wanted, it's just... I don't know, man, the luck has just been very weird. It's weird, it hasn't felt like it's been unlucky. But it's just, I guess it just hasn't worked out. So I don't know. It's felt weird. It hasn't felt like super unlucky, but it probably has been unlucky given the fact that I've just been not performing to the standard that I've been doing over the past few days, at least when I've been doing off stream. But well, we'll get them next time. We'll get them next time, champ. You know, that kind of thing. Your dad takes you to Little League, and it's just like, yeah, you know, you might have gotten a few strikeouts, but don't worry, champ, we'll get him next time. You know, that kind of thing. Hashtag relatable content. Alright. We can win against Amandai. Oh my god, please, for the love of God, just give me this one. Just give me this one game. Just give me this one. There we go. See, this is how it should be. This is how it should be. This is how we do it. Okay. Alright, let's see the final results of what our shenanigans encountered. Yeah, you know what? Actually, this isn't the most horrible one. The speed actually turned out pretty decent. You know what? Yeah, actually, this actually didn't turn out too bad, surprisingly. Despite my grievances about the wisdom, it still turned out to be like 1100, which is alright. Like, again, ideally we'd like that to be kind of 1200, but it's not the most important thing, so I'm actually kind of fine with that. Granted, of course, we didn't get the mid S, so, and I keep repeating that like a broken record, but it's true. Like that is the #1 priority in these CM runs, because I kind of need that. And if you don't have that, you you don't do good. You know good. you know good, basically. Unfortunately, as they say in the industry, you know good. You see? Really? Wow, I am actually kind of legitimately shocked that that ended up being a UC. Okay, sure. Hey, you know what? There you go. Told you. Even though this run felt like pretty SOL, or DOA, or whatever the abbreviations you may want to use, it still turned out pretty well. Granted, no mid... Again, keep on speaking like a broken record here, but that is how it is. But, hey, you know what? Turns out it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, I didn't get any viable options from that because of reasons that I keep repeating myself for, but that's okay. Still pretty decent. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good set. You know, we got Chrono in too many polls, and I had to resort to other means. But yeah, whatever. We don't care about that. You know, that's okay. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. So yeah, I think we're good there. So gonna be done for me. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for watching the Umas. Let me BRB. Let me check one thing over here real quick. Yeah. Okay. It looks like my good old buddy Raze is currently streaming. Let me make sure to see what he's streaming right now. Why can't I log into my phone? Hello, phone? Phone? What happened to my phone? Did my phone actually just die? Hello? Oh, my phone turned itself off, so that's really lovely. What we love to see. Fortunately for me, I have technology called a computer, which I can check to see what he's doing right now. So let me take a look at that. Let me see what they're up to. Back to Twitch. Back to Twatch. Oh, did they just... Oh, they ended. Oh, dang it. Okay. I was gonna say, I saw that they had the notification. Oh, that was a pretty short stream. Ah, big rippo. Okay, well, no raids today then. Alright, well, that's all good and dandy. But yeah, we will be streaming tomorrow. Most likely some Deltarune Chapter 3, maybe 4? Maybe 4, you never know. So we'll start a bit early then, maybe sometime around... I don't want to give promises because I don't want to set myself to a schedule. It's definitely going to be earlier than the usual 7 p.m. Central Time. Most likely maybe going to be... I want to say 2 or 3 p.m. Central Time, but don't hold me to that. It's going to be earlier. Let's just put it that way. So we'll have an early stream tomorrow, most likely Deltarune. So look forward to that. And Sunday we'll see what comes out with that. Maybe by then we'll be able to get a playlist that is good enough for the Euro Truck / American Truck Simulator stuff. So maybe I might go there. But in the meantime, this has been Chino the Penguin. I think that's it for my announcements. So thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all tomorrow, bright and early. Not really bright, but early. Once again, thank you, and I hope you all have a good rest of your Friday. Thank you. Goodbye.